Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.
We are the nation of domination.
What is up? What is up, Eagles Nation? And welcome to another edition of Late Night with Bird Gang 31. How was everybody doing today? And salute to all you guys. BG is back. BG is back. YouTube had me in jail for a little while. Couldn't do no streaming on the channel for this week. But guess what? I'm out and I'm back. And it is divisional round and it's playoffs. So let's see what our Birds can do. How's everybody doing tonight? This is going to be a Q&A call-in. We're going to talk some Eagles football. We're going to talk, a little bit about the playoffs as a whole, and we're just going to have some fun with it. So hit that like, subscribe to make sure, because YouTube has been tripping, make sure I am still subscribed to you. Make sure the nation is still tapped in with that notification bell. So let's get into it, guys. How you guys doing tonight? What up, Jinx Wolf? How's it going, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, this is going to be a call in. Steve Roth, how you doing? So you will be able to call in tonight. Chops, what's up with First in the building? How you doing? Jinx used to be that guy, but I see that you are the new First in here. So yeah, man, it's been a minute. It's been a while. I just wanted to get into you, give you guys some of my reasons why I believe this Eagles team is about to be on the road to greatness. Jalen Hurts is writing his book and is starting this week in the playoffs. He's about to be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever to play the game, and it's going to start with his first championship in his second year. You guys can mark that down. You guys can clip it. You guys can do whatever you want to do with it, because that's what's about to happen. The first round, you see that we do got the New York Giants. We do got the Giants. It's going to be Saturday night, prime time, Giants, Eagles, round 3. We beat them. We swept them this year in the division, and I believe that broom is going to get extended for one more week. So let me know how you guys are feeling about it, what concerns you guys might have, and we definitely going to get into it. I'm about to go ahead and drop this StreamYard link so everybody can get in here. We can talk some Eagles football. What's up, Green Talent? How you doing? Let's see, man. Let's see. I'm excited, man. I'm excited that our team did what I said we were going to do. Go out there, get 14 wins in the season. I'm excited that Jalen Hurts was an MVP candidate, and to me, he is still the MVP. I am excited that our team is going to this divisional round against the New York Giants. First off, I would like to give a hand clap to all of the division teams, man. First time since 2002, we got divisional round football, 4 teams left, and three of them are in the NFC East. So that is something exciting and something that's going to be awesome to see and watch and see how it unfolds here in these divisional rounds. There we go. I just dropped the link. So anybody on any platform, we are live on Facebook, Bird Game 31 channel. We are live on YouTube, Bird Game 31 channel. We are live on BGN Sports on both platforms. We are also, actually 3 platforms for all 3. We're also live on Twitter. So wherever you're at, there is the link. Click that link and let's talk about these playoffs, man. The Eagles going against Giants, the Cowboys going against the Niners. It is going to be something special to see this year. And I think, the road goes through Philly. So that Philly is going to be in that Super Bowl, and we're going to be representing the way we know how to represent. So I guess we start out with the quarterbacks. Which quarterback, guys? This is a Q&A, so you guys ask me questions, I ask you questions, and we're going to have some fun with it. Which quarterback do you guys believe is the best quarterback in the NFC playoffs right now? My vote goes to Jalen Hurts. He is that guy. He is a difference maker. And to me, on this list, I see he is the best quarterback in the NFC left. So, shout out to the Cowboys for doing that thing against Tampa Bay. They finally beat the GOAT, Tom Brady. They finally got that W there. I think Dak finally got a playoff win. So that's kudos for them. But the Giants also, went out there and handled their business against Minnesota. The Niners handled their business against Seattle. Everybody's handled their business, but there's only one team that they need to worry about, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. Because moving forward, it's not going to get any easier for any one of these quarterbacks. Any easier. We have the best defense. We have the best offense. We have the best quarterback, best receiver tandem, the best offensive line, defensive line, the best secondary in the league. So it's going to be pretty hard to stop us come playoff time, and I'm excited for it. I told you guys from the start, before you guys can go back and look at my earlier videos. I told you this is the season to be ecstatic. This is the season to go all in on our birds. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen it then, and I'm showing you now that this team is special, and we're about to do special things in this playoffs, and that's going to be bringing home another one of these Lombardi trophies, another one to add to the collection, another one of these rings to add to collection, another one of these seasons where we can know that we are the best team in the NFL. But shout out to the division. We are the best division in the NFL with 3 teams going to divisional round. And I can't wait to see what happens, man. I can't wait to see what happens. But you guys let me know, because if I had to give you this order, I would say Jalen Hurts is the first, obviously, quarterback number 1, and left out of all the quarterbacks left in this playoffs. I will go. I'm gonna say play wise, you gotta go. Purdy. Purdy's number 2 on this. You know what I'm saying? Purdy got to be number 2. Him and them Niners are rolling, and the Cowboys definitely gonna have their hands full this week with that Niners defense. Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuels, Brock Purdy. He's writing his own story over there in San Francisco. It's kind of crazy. No one would have thought Mr. Irrelevant was going to be, on the Niners, leading them in the playoffs. Already got a first win. Some quarterbacks go forever without getting a first round win. He already got that off his belt. So kudos to him and the rest of these guys out there. Then Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott. So, what are you guys feeling? How you guys feeling about this playoffs right now? Was there any games you guys liked the most? Was there anything exciting that you like to see that you feel that need to be talked about? Oh, we got our first person in here. What's up, Rashid? What's up, Rashid Walker? How you doing today, my guy?
Good. How you doing, Bird Gang?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. I'm always wanted to get on your show, man.
Well, hey, welcome to the nation, baby. Welcome to the nation. What you want to talk about, big dog?
Man, I just figured I be with the Jalen pick all the time and typing in the chat. I'm gonna say where I'm from. Shouting out from Washington D.C. near the Commanders, Wizards, stuff like that. Get surrounded by all the rascals.
Right, right, right.
Huge
And
Eagles
you, but
fan.
you're an Eagle fan, right?
Yes, sir. I got the Devontae Smith jersey hanging up in the closet. I'll show you that if that's cool with you.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Show everybody.
Got to get out the closet. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get another one. I'm trying to get another jersey ordered for my dad. But this is the Devontae Smith junk I be wearing every year.
Ready?
I wear it every day. Like I get up every morning, all Eagle stuff out. So huge fan of your bird game and your wife too. Always always in here. Shout out to y'all, both of y'all. Good admins. And I'm just a huge Eagle fan. I got just Eagle fans all day and that's it. I'm just being a fan. I love everything about Philly. I'm being up there. I got a family up there, so huge. Every day.
Well, hey, that's good, man, because it's definitely bleed green 24/7 over here.
Yes,
You
sir.
know how it is. Tell me how you feel about Jalen Hurts this season.
So,
Did you think that Jalen was going to be the MVP before he got hurt there?
no, I did not think about it until later then because I don't know how to say it. So, like, I've been, see a lot of people got, a lot of people have their own takes about who should be MVP. Like, what I'm saying, like between Hurts or Patrick Mahomes, and I'm like, well, I give it to Hurts. He been injured too, but he wasn't injured. He doesn't. He's not.
Simone.
He wasn't bad as but I think he definitely deserves it because even though he's been hurt, I feel like you got to give at least a player a credit. You know what I'm saying? But the commissioner, they probably gonna be like, oh, saying they have their own parts. So looking at Hurts throughout the season, I love my QB. I love him. Sometimes he does stuff that I haven't seen him do before. Like he throws the ball down, and I like his move swings. Like I like when he do a little shakes, his little moves. He throws the ball. He knows it. He has that good eye contact. Like if AJ is at the going down 50 yard, he sees it and he gets it. So I'm definitely in love with getting hurt. I love what he's doing. With what he has done this past season with the team. Making us.
Yeah.
He played in that. Who was the game? I forgot what game it was. He came back. It was the same game. I want to say he was hurting. I could tell he was really
Oh,
anked
he
up.
just came back to the Giants game.
Okay, Giants. Okay, I thought he was real. It was one of them games he was hurt, and I could tell he was hurt because he made us win that game, and I was like, my man got. I think it was there. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I think it was going in the Giants. I think it was going down 30 yards. I think I'm not sure. I could be wrong. And he kind of was anged up, but I'm glad he made us get that W because I was like, you know what, we got to get this W somehow.
Nice, nice. And moving forward with the playoffs, man, how do you feel about us? Playing the Giants for the third time in a row. People think that that's something hard to do. But I always say, if you're a better team, you're a better team. It don't matter. So
Right.
how
And
do you feel about playing the Giants?
so, good question. What I'm thinking about Giants is I think I'm really not worried. I'm worried about them, and I mean I'm not because at the end of the day, I think they got Saquon. That's the one we mainly have to stop. Basically, he gets every said when he gets yardage, he gets down the field. So we gotta kind of control him right in there. Like if he's here, we got to be right there. Like we have to have a player right directly in front of us because we don't want to get him started. And Slayton, he threw a pick in the Vikings game, so I'm really not worried about Slayton like that. Darius Slay, I want Darius Slay to wake up as well. I want him to be, I want,
Right.
I want him to be on the money. I don't want him because the catch he made when I think it was Slayton that went in the end zone. I don't want to see that no more out of Darius. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do good. I don't want I want to see him get the catch or get some stuff going on. But I'm definitely excited with these guys. It's coming down to this while you're here, so it's like we either let the Giants win it or we take that W or we get it. So we have to come with our A game. Like we can't mess around. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get down the field. So like if they're giving us the ball, we got to be there. So I'm happy with this team. Like this team didn't make it this far for no reason. And like I tell people, if your team not number one, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
And I definitely get surrounded by different types of fans every single day, Bird Game. Every single day.
I bet you do, man. I bet you do. So do you feel that the Eagles will win the Super Bowl this year?
I ain't gonna say yet, but I hope we can cross that line and get close because at the end of the day, us Eagle fans should definitely worried about this game before we worried about that time because I feel like I don't want to,
You
play
don't
keep
want to jinx it.
yeah jinx it a little bit. So I feel like we get this W here, that'll give us time. We get the W, sit back, and wait for the Cowboys and what the Cowgirls, if you don't mind me calling them, whatever you want me to call them.
Call them Cowgirls if you want to. That's all right on this channel.
And the Cowgirls.
Call them
So
Cowgirls all day.
we don't. I feel like we win if we get this W, right? It ain't no get. I'm sorry, let me phrase it. As soon as we get this W, I ain't gonna say we get because you probably look at me like you ain't no fan of the Eagles. As soon as we get this W, and we get the W, then we can decide on the hey, we got our W, and we get to sit back and relax and watch the game Sunday when the Cowgirls play the 49ers, and when they get crushed then. But we get the W, we can we'll be fine. Like I don't like some Eagle fans, they be like, oh, if we lose this game, I'm done for the season and blah blah blah. I'm not that type of kid that'll be like, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna just we didn't make it this far. So if we were to lose, I'm like, we didn't make it this far for no reason. And let the haters say what they gotta say because at the end of the day, we didn't make it this far for no reason. And the record, you know what I'm saying? Nick Sirianni, I feel like he has a plan. Coach got a plan. You always got to get coach a plan. People like, oh, your quarterback this and that. Sirianni is blah blah blah. Don't play with the coach like that. He didn't make it this far for no reason. We didn't get him out of the earth. So I'm happy with this team. And like I said, we're like this team. We didn't make it this far for nothing. Like some Eagles fans, they be like, oh, I'm done for the season. I'm not like that. Like if I got some family members that's family. They be like, oh, you know what I'm saying. So I think we good. Just gotta come out with that mobility and be ready. We can't just be slacking down. So we definitely got to be prepared and ready. Because like I say, in the link is definitely gonna be rocking. So I'm looking forward to the fans pumping up. The Instagram on the Eagles page. They got stuff popping out too. They the best page on the ground right now. They got the caption that says, "I know you know you know." So if the Eagles you don't know you know, I don't know what to tell you.
Right?
So
Right, man.
I'm definitely, fan of everything. So we didn't make it this far for nothing. So, guy, I'm gonna let you speak. Got any questions, Burger King? Want to say something?
Yeah, any questions you got? For me, man, I am that fan. I'm always going to root for this team. I'm always going to say that we are the best because we are. I don't go back years and years and years. I've watched every Eagles season for that year and what it is for that year. And for this year, we are the best team in the league. And I really think we're the deepest team in the league. Like we had some questions, we had some major injuries that happened towards the end of that season. That kind of woke us up a little bit, let us know that we are not invincible. We can't be stopped if we don't have our key players in. I'm so happy to see most of these key players, except for I think Avante Maddox will be back
Mm-hmm.
for this playoff game. So it's going to be very exciting to see.
I'm gonna put
Um,
since I'm on the Eagle show. I'm gonna put the Eagle hoodie on for you.
Yo, hey, get that Eagles hoodie and bleed green, baby. I love it. I
Yes,
love
sir.
it.
Yes,
So
sir. And I definitely, I'm definitely, like I said, and like you said, I'm definitely, looking forward to Saturday night. Probably have me something good to eat, get ready for that game. Come on, like at 8, keeping up the Eagle stuff. And I'm definitely, like I said, I definitely like this team. And we did not make it this far for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And shout out
yeah,
to all the good Eagles commentators. Shout out to Bird Crew Cat. I don't know who any other ones. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we got guys that make it this far for nothing. And I'm gonna let the haters talk and let them talk because at the end of the day, if your team on number one, you know what I'm saying, we good. Like I love when the haters hate. I just love it. They just make me wanna pop out myself. And like I got family members on my mom's side. They be like, oh, come put the right left whatever the commanders want me. I was like, no, I can't do that. No, I ain't doing it. I gotta bleed orange and green and black and white. So I definitely love this team and a lot that they made this far. Hassan Reddick, pretty good guy. Second, Fletcher Cox, shout out to them. You know, shout out to all the quarterback, mainly. Shout out to him. He's a beast too. So I'm
Smitty,
definitely.
your best player, your favorite player on the team this year?
Yes, and the reason I'm gonna tell you why I like Smitty. So the reason, yes, Smitty is my favorite player right here, and the reason I like him is because, seeing him in college at Alabama, dude was I get more fish, I'm trying to fuck it up. So looking at him from Alabama, his Alabama highlights, going into where he at now in the NFL, I'm loving what he's doing. And the reason he's also my favorite is because, like, when he catches the ball, he goes way up in the air to get it and make sure it's a reliable catch. Like, he don't, sometimes he'll pat himself on the head, on the helmet, and be like, oh, I didn't miss the catch. I love what he does. Like, here, pat himself on the head and be like, here, put it like, I remember, I think it was one game, he was on the ground and did his hands like this. He knew he messed up. So I'm definitely like Smitty, and I love everything he does. Like, he gets in the end zone, and he knows what to do. So, like, he'll get from, you'll see his little skinny slow go from one part, and next, he's turned around and put the ball. So I like what Smitty does. Smitty, my dad's favorite player.
Nice, nice, nice.
I
And
just
then
like his,
Casey,
I just like his mobility, his ability of what he does.
Nice. So you think he's better than AJ?
Uh,
How would
he's
you
like
do that? You know, one broke the record for most yards ever as an Eagle, and the other one broke the record for most receptions as an Eagle.
I'm
So
not I'm not gonna
which
lie.
receiver do you like the best?
So right now, I'm gonna stay. I think I'm gonna have to go with AJ because I mean I like both of them. Don't get me wrong, they both do their jobs.
Of course we do.
But I feel
We
like
love them both.
AJ, he's kind of like a more guy that'll get yardage down. He has his, you know what I'm saying, get down in the end zone. You know, Smith does that too, but Smith, he likes to aim a lot. Like he'd be like, you know what, I'm over here, and AJ Brown is like, I mean, Devontae Smith is like, I'm right here. AJ Brown is like ahead of him, like give me the ball. So I kind of like AJ Brown too. AJ Brown.
That's what's up. Well, let all the Eagles fans give them a message for this playoff before we let you out of here. See if we can get someone else up in here.
So
Give
like I
them a
said,
message
man.
of what they need to look forward to in this playoff
All right.
run. You know,
So everybody, I don't have another phone. What I tell y'all with my IG. So I got two accounts. I'm a Florida Gator fan, college. So I got the King Shot 20. That's my IG folks, and my Eagles account is CJ Enthusiast. CJ underscore Enthusiast. I'm me and another fan base. We starting the CJ Gardner's Enthusiast post. So I'm over there on Instagram, Twitter as well. Twitter. I'm not sure the Twitter, but I'm gonna follow you, Bird Gang, if you got any social medias. I'll follow that, keep in touch with you. And like I said, man, all Eagles fans, let the haters hate. They're gonna continue to hate. Shout out to Green Town. Shout out to every single body in this chat. Everybody show love to, what's up, Coach Johnson? Shout out to y'all
it's
show
all
love to
good.
Bird Gang 31. Y'all shout out to all his videos, Eagle fans, other teams. Shout out to the, when the Cowgirls played 49ers, good luck to them. Good luck to the Eagles. If you take on the Giants, get that W. And shout out to everybody, y'all keep up with Bird Gang 31. Y'all follow this guy. This dude is an amazing guy. He does everything. Keep us updated. He'll be at Eagles games, wherever you from. He'll keep y'all guys updated. And like I said, man, y'all shout out to, Bird Gang. And he's like a, real life person. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has his takes and other fans have their takes, it's not like, it's y'all own opinion. So if Tom has his opinion, Bird Gang got his opinion. So y'all follow Bird Gang on all platforms. So shout out to everybody on here, including Miss Bird Gang, the one when I add her in the chat. Shout out to her.
Hell yeah, man. And shout out to you, Rashid, man. Thanks for stopping by,
Yes,
man.
sir. Like I said,
Always great. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely gonna have more of these little call-ins so we can make sure we keep everybody because it
and like I
matters.
said, and like I said,
Everybody
right,
opinions matter. As
and
long
like
as
I
we
said,
root for
Bird
the
Gang,
same team, your opinion is definitely valid.
right.
You know
And
what I'm saying? We might look at things.
even if you like the Packers, even if you have some Cowgirls in here, Giants, Eagles, talk y'all crap. You know what I'm saying? We can talk our crap because we are good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this W on Sunday. Everybody pray, everybody do your thing, and we're gonna do. Love, I thank you. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to Miss Bergen. I appreciate you, Mama. I'm gonna say
Hey,
you,
before we
Mama.
get you out of here, give me a score prediction for the game.
I say like maybe 31, 20, 21, 21, 24 Eagles.
24,
21,
24,
24
21
because I feel
Eagles.
like, huh? I ain't say, go ahead and say I ain't hear what you said.
You said 24, 21 Eagles.
21, 24 Eagles. Yes, sir. That's my score prediction. I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like knowing the Giants like to be a lure. You know what I'm saying? Come up on that. They
Yeah.
like to ease up. When the team is close, in vicinity, they like to sneak up. And the reason I say 20, 24 is because I feel like we get that, 2 minute inches in to going in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? And get going and try to get maybe at least get to the 2 minute warning in the fourth quarter and try to get down and maybe get put up maybe 30, maybe 30, but 21, 24 can be cool too.
Nice, man. Hey.
And then
Yeah.
I definitely need Jake Elliott to be on his A's and Q's. And I don't, and his job is what I want from him for this upcoming game. I need that guard. I say guard in that ball to go straight down the middle. I don't want that ball going this way or that way. I want to go straight down to make it count. And hopefully, I'm gonna get off because I know people gonna join in. Hopefully, the link be rocking. Hopefully, Giants fans, if they dare, but I hope they don't want to travel that far to a game, to a stadium. And hopefully, we have some good refs, and hopefully, we don't get too many like flags, on us on the penalties. We need to keep it clean. I understand this team want to get a W so they can move on, and I know we want to get the W so we can move on. No penalties. I don't want no. I want good refs. I don't want no bad refs. I want good call. I want the ref to be like, if say for example, if Fletch Cox pull a helmet off, I want a good contact. I want to be like, I want to be, good. Like if Fletcher get a helmet, call, I want to be like good. I don't want nobody. I wanted a good game, and that's all I want. I don't want no. I want it to be a good game. You know what I'm saying? Good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when we get our W and we win, we move on and be okay. We definitely be okay. You know, like I said, good refs. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them refs that be like, they be all over the place. I don't like refs like that. So I want a good game, and we're gonna have a good time. We be good. Giants be good. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, shout out to Bird Gang 31. Bird Gang, you got before I get off, you got an IG by chance or Twitter
Yeah,
so we can
yeah.
catch y'all?
It's Berggang31 underscore P, man. Hit me up on IG.
So you
I'm on
said Bird Gang.
Facebook. I got,
I'll probably add Miss Bird Gang right quick. I'll probably tell her the IG. But you said Bird Gang underscore P, right?
yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna fight you. Hey, like I said, before I get off, I'm gonna say shout out to Bird Gang, everybody. That's my guy. Bird Gang is my guy, and I real. If y'all can't see, I will be rocking this. I'm gonna put this nice and showing the show. I will definitely be wearing this on Saturday in the house.
Nice. I love
Thank
it.
you. Like I said, man. Thank you, Bird Gang, man. I'm a, let me know if we could do another show. I could definitely come on and do another.
Hey, you're welcome every time, man.
And look,
Every
just let me know if you do another show. That way, me and you could come on and we could definitely talk. And I like to, have a one-on-one get down. You know what I'm saying? And thank you,
sounds
man.
good.
I was not looking forward to coming on here. I was like, oh, my heart was beeping so fast. I was like, he ain't gonna.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you,
Sometimes you
Bird
gotta
Gang.
go
I
with the
appreciate
heart,
it.
man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what the show's for. Go with
Yes.
the heart, man. But shout out to you, Rashid, man. And I'll catch you next time, buddy.
All right. Peace.
Peace. Yes, man. I love the Eagles' passion. You become young, old, wise, straight facts. He let you know how he felt about the team. I loved it. It was great. And what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about supporting your team no matter what. It's about having your own opinion about your team. But most of all, it's about knowing that your team is the best, man. And your team is the best. So, hey, man, the lines are open. There it is again, the StreamYard link. Let's go. Hit somebody else up here. Let's talk some football. We don't just got to talk Eagles. We can talk playoffs in general. Teams we're worried about. If you're worried about any, because I'm not. But in other teams, it's funny to see that all these teams. You look at Dougie P. You look at Andy Reid. You look at the Eagles. Buffalo. Those are all former Eagles coaches, man. This Eagles tree has been great to see develop. And even like Lamar Jackson and boys, that's another Eagles coach over there too as well that he just lost, but he still was in the playoffs this year. So this Eagles tree is strong. We got roots, and we're really showing why this is one of the best organizations in football right now. So the links drop. Come on inside. Let's talk some more football. Until then, we're gonna talk about a couple other topics. You know what I'm saying? Like look what Jalen Hurts wrote here. You know what I'm saying? Like you know when things change or different things are thrown in front of you, you have to find a way to overcome them. And that's where my mindset is. Our quarterback, man, no matter what you say about him, he is great. He is elite. He is the man of all men, man. Like I really respect this young man, 24 years old, second year started, and broke all kind of records, and is doing big things in NFL. And I think the difference of those quarterbacks and our quarterback is this quarterback knows how to win. He's actually been on teams where the expectations were really high. Where you had to go out there and you had to win or go home and go win a championship. He's won championships in college. He's going about to win championships in the pros because he got that must-win mentality. What I'm saying? We're built different over here in Philadelphia. That's just a fact. We are built different. And I think, this is, like I said, it's going to be the beginning of the legacy of Jalen freaking Hurts. This quarterback is great. Like I said, he's still the MVP to me. And I don't see how anybody else could think otherwise because he definitely put up big numbers. But it's more than just the numbers, it's about the impact he has on this Philadelphia Eagles team. We watched two games go back to back with Jalen Hurts out, and the team looked like trash. All those great players, all them 70 sacks, all them interceptions, all the spectacular receptions from our receivers, all that looked like trash without our leader in the game. So you got to put that respect on Jalen Hurts' name. You got to put that respect on the man that he is and the leader that he is and how he brings a whole nother swag to this football team. You know what I'm saying? We got AK in the building. What's up, AK?
What's good, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just got out of YouTube jail, feeling good. I can podcast again for you
Wait,
guys.
wait, 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 wait. Hold up, hold up, hold up. You were in YouTube jail? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
for the
What did
last
you do?
week. No, no, you looked at my channel. There was nothing new.
What did you do? Never mind.
Remember
Don't
we talked
say it,
about
because then you'll get jailed again.
and we talked about it too. Remember we were talking about the conspiracy shows. So for those who don't know,
Oh, okay. I got you. Say
YouTube
no
deemed
more.
me on a strike for Down a Rabbit Hole episode
Yeah.
one, and that happened like last year March or something like that. And I was like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" But they struck me and they hit me hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm demonetized, as you guys know. So you guys hit that cash app. The link is inside the chat if you want to do a super chat or whatnot, support the channel. But yeah, they hit me up, and then it was like a week of no podcasting, and I gotta wait till like April or something before I can get monetized again. It's a bunch of BS.
Wait, what? They
Yeah,
demonetized?
yeah,
Wow, dude, that's
yeah,
insane.
yeah.
I'm
The
sorry to
whole
hear that. I did not even know, bro. I'm so sorry.
yeah, it's crazy. What up, EC1? It's
Yo,
crazy.
that is insane,
But
dude.
we talked about that though when I was doing the show. Remember when I was talking to you
Yeah,
about it because you had your little show going on, and I
yeah,
see what they were doing at that time, and I was like, well, I don't care. I'm still going to speak my truth. And
yeah.
yeah, when they did that new update, it's right after that new update they just had on YouTube like a couple weeks ago. I got hit with it, and I was like, there ain't no warning, no nothing, just straight
Oh,
strike. You know, I was like, whoa. So I had to go on there, reorganize my whole list of videos, and then I also had to take off all those because I think I did 4 episodes of Down the Rabbit Hole. So,
that's crazy, dude.
but he told me too when
Man.
I did it with him, he was like, "Listen, they might not mess with you now, but when they mess with you, you gotta make sure that after they mess with you, you gotta erase everything because if you don't erase everything, they're gonna give you one strike and they're gonna just keep hitting you with all the strikes from all the other episodes." And sure enough, as soon as that happened, I went on there, cleared out the other shows. But it just, it's censorship. It is what it is. I'm back, and I'm gonna still keep doing it. It's not all about the money. It's about entertaining the Eagles fans and showing my support for my favorite football team. So I'll be
No,
sitting here
100, man.
streaming it
I'm just
out.
trying to figure out how I haven't been dinged. Because there ain't nothing you said that I haven't said or anything worse. You know what I'm saying? So they should have shared the wealth there. I mean, I should have been
And it
dinged for a
probably was
lot.
more towards like he already had like 4 channels got taken down, you know.
Ugh, that's
So
crazy,
it was
man.
like, that was my show with him to me,
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of them things where they're just like, nope. 'Cause, like they did it, I did it. They asked me for an appeal video, and I did my appeal video. Like, what's up, like I ain't did
Mm.
nothing, you know. And they were just like, you're not telling us about all your content. And as soon as they said all your content, I was like, what are you talking about? I said I did entertainment. I said I'm an Eagles content creator. Like, what all your content is, what I'm saying? Like, but I
Yeah.
guess when I seen the strike, where I realized what they were talking about. You
Don't let them get to you, man. They copyright me for having a music in my intro, man. Even though it's not even on YouTube guidelines, it's from an app. Okay, YouTube is what it is, man. But I want to
YouTube
talk.
police got me.
I'm just sorry to hear that, bro. That's all. That's
Hey,
crazy.
listen. I,
Ridiculous.
I I just tell them. I just tell them if there's a problem and it's not really a problem, why are you wasting my time? This is all I say. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
There's a
I
At
lot
the end of
worse
the
didn't say
day,
shit
what I
on
at the
want.
end of the day,
YouTube.
we just trying to have fun, man. We just trying to have fun. We're trying to push the content, and they just want to take it down. It makes it hard. It really does. And it's unfortunate that they're very strict with the rules, but they're allowed to have people are allowed to post other things like fake accounts and all that stuff. But it's okay with them. They're allowed to do that. It
Yeah,
is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
doesn't stress me out
Crazy.
one bit. It's crazy that they do that. They'll take down our content, but they won't take the people who have videos of them shooting animals. I mean, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Oh, one's bad, the other one's good. I guess they'll leave the bad, but they won't let the good. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about more about this Eagles game, man, because honestly, I don't know why people scared of the Giants. We know them. I get it's hard. We're playing them 3 times. I get all that. But listen, if the 49ers did with Seattle, we can do it with the Giants, right? But we also got to understand, I don't got to understand nothing. At the end of the day, I can sleep on them. The Eagles can't because they're playing them. but I could sleep on them. I just feel like the Giant fans are coming in cocky. I feel like they're coming in cocky, saying "F us" and all this stuff. Like, didn't we just beat you? How many times? Like, I wouldn't count the last game because they didn't have starters, but I feel like they're coming into a Lions den where they have no clue what's going to happen. Jalen Hurts is 100% back. AJ Brown is still balling. Devontae Smith is still a demon with the football. You know what I'm saying? You got our front four that's going to havoc Daniel Jones, and it's going to make him uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought the Vikings defense are always ranked 32, and they're horrible. They're not a good defense. So you can say what you want about the record. They won in close games that they shouldn't have. They should have lost the Colts game. They won in a miracle somehow, right? They should have lost the Giants the first time. They kicked a 63-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? So to me, they weren't a good team. I always picked the Giants to beat the Vikings. I even picked the Cowboys to smoke the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, I'm more scared of the Dallas Cowboys offense than I am with the Giants offense. I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? If I had one team to be scared of more than the Giants, it would be the Dallas Cowboys because they can score points. The Giants really can't score points. You know what I'm saying? They're a tough team. They're coached up, but like, we're coached up too. We're a tough team too. We're not going to act like the Giants are the only tough team in this division. They're coming into a team that's really, really all about running the ball down your throat and throwing the ball down your throat. They don't got enough receivers like we do. We got two elite receivers that's 1,000-yarder on the season. You know what I'm saying? We got two legit, corners that are shutdowns, and I think they're going to make a statement because Darius Slay, again, I thought that was his worst game last time versus Giants. He's definitely going to make sure that don't happen again. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that we have the momentum going into this game. It's in Philadelphia. The crowd is going to be loud. And you got a divisional opponent that should not be alone. You know what I'm saying? When somebody is in your house and they're not wanted, what do? You kick them out. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of them. You exterminate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to do with the Giants. They're in our house. They don't belong here. It's time to send them home. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of them acting like the Giants are this elite team that's going to come and beat us. I see the media hyping this team up, and that's cool. Hype them up. I want them to hype the Giants up. Because when we body them and we send them home, like I think we will, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to be a close game like a lot of people think it is. I don't. I don't see it as a close game. I really don't. I understand divisional games are close and it's been close, but I think this team is very different than we've seen before. I think when they want to put points on the board, they can. And I think this game, when Jalen Hurts is 100%, I think they're going to run into problems. You know what I'm saying? Their fans opening their mouths. I think it sparks a lot of players getting angry. And I think you're going to see a lot of angry players on the field, the Philadelphia Eagles especially, that's going to look at it and say, hey, we feel disrespected. They already posted shirts saying it's a Philly thing. So they know it's going to be they're going to be disrespected. You know what I'm saying? They all want to talk about Brock Purdy. They want to talk about Daniel Jones and his passing. That's not going to happen in Philadelphia. I promise you it's not. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get pressure on him. We're gonna make him uncomfortable. I need Jonathan Gannon to send the heat. No conservative defense. You know what I'm saying? And I just need this team to be ready. You know what I'm saying? This is a team that, if you allow them to hang around you, they can beat you. But I think this Eagles team's going to walk in there, and I think they're going to get the job done. And I think it's going to be a long day for Giant fans because I think they don't understand what's happening. You're walking into Philadelphia territory. It's not Minnesota. This is a better defense, a better offense, better receivers, and a franchise MVP quarterback that's going to destroy teams that walk his path.
I love it, man. He came in with energy, boy.
Hey, I'm
He came
coming
in
in.
with energy. He was going out there for a second. Easy walk,
Hey,
man.
Eagle, you know I
He's
came with the
crazy.
edge, man. I'm excited for this
He's
game. Like,
crazy.
I'm tired of Giant fans talking, man. I see them on Instagram, on Twitter, talk about, oh, you sleeping on us. No, you're sleeping on us because you forgot who you are. You know what I'm saying? We own the Giants, and that's the end of it. Like, if I had to pick a team in divisional round, I'd rather play the Giants. I said I'd rather play the Giants than I'd rather play someone like, Seattle because they always own us. But we own the Giants. Do I like people think it's going to be a close game? I just don't see it. I
Well, let's
don't
start
see
with
it.
that. Let's start with that right there. What do you think about that, AK? Let's go with that theory by itself. The whole play a team three times. How you feel about that? Because, like I said, for me, we're just a better team. We're gonna win it three times. If that's what it is. It don't really matter to me. But how do you feel about the whole playing a divisional team three times in the same season?
You know, I will say this: me and EC1, we do not agree very often, but
Facts.
I agree with him on this one.
Mm.
I've been saying this. I got a lot of giant content creators over on my network that you guys know of, and there's some really good ones. And I try to keep the peace as much as I can because they are Giant fans. I respect them, but fuck their team. You know, I couldn't hold back, especially after they beat Minnesota, because they listen. I understand y'all are hyped. Okay, I get it. You have a reason to be, no doubt. You did way better than what anyone expected. You made the playoffs and you even beat the Vikings. That's awesome. But guess what? The bus stops there. You got it. You got your victory. You did what you set out to do, but the bus stops there.
Facts.
Don't ever mistake us for Minnesota. First and foremost, I called you
That's
guys
what
to
they
beat
saw first
Minnesota.
of all.
Yeah, like no lie. First off, I knew the Giants were going to beat Minnesota because it's fucking Kirk Cousins.
He's
Like
the
we
thing.
all know who Kirk Cousins is. Like let's not get this twisted. First off, Jalen Hurts is not fucking Kirk Cousins.
The fact
Facts.
that he didn't throw to Justin
He
Jefferson on
will
the last
throw the
play.
ball down your throat. He will run the ball down your throat. That's something Kirk Cousins cannot do. And my quarterback is also consistent. Kirk Cousins is not. Okay? Yes, they have Justin Jefferson. Yeah, but we got 2,000-yard receivers.
Facts.
Adam Thielen is not a 1,000-yard receiver. Okay? Dalvin Cook is not a 1,000-yard halfback. Now, that's no disrespect to Cook. Cook is one hell of a halfback,
Oh yeah.
but he did not get 1,000 yards. Miles Sanders did. You got a defensive front that has 70 sacks, the most sacks ever. And they're coming for you. Minnesota did not have 70 sacks.
Mm-mm.
Minnesota did not have two top corners in the NFL.
They made Daniel Jones look like Joe Montana.
Minnesota does not have three top corner or top safeties. Yeah, Epps is not top, but he's solid for what he is.
Yeah.
Blankenship outplayed his draft stock because he wasn't drafted. And he's balling. And then CJ Johnson. What can you say about this guy?
Ooh, he was good last week.
Still led the NFL in interceptions with 5 and didn't play half the year. Like, that's incredible, dude. Incredible. This is not Minnesota. This is not going to be a game where we roll over. You get week 18 twisted because y'all kept up with us when we ran a vanilla fucking offense. Pretty much it was our offense we run in preseason, we ran in week 18.
Facts.
And we still fucking won. Now, granted, you had your backups in, and they did give us a pretty nice run for our money. I won't
They should
lie.
play the backups.
But you know what? Jalen Hurts was also crippled. Jalen Hurts was also held back. We didn't run him. He only ran like 3 times, and that was just to get away from your guys who were coming in on him. You did not have Lane Johnson in that game. If you had Lane, there was no way you got to him. Okay?
No.
There's a lot of things y'all are forgetting. There's a lot of things this team has. A lot of things you have, just way better. Don't ever think that your wide receivers are going to toast my corners. Don't ever think your offensive
The fact that
line
they
will
think
beat
that
my
is so
defensive
crazy.
line. Don't
The
ever
fact that
think
they-
your defensive line will beat my offensive line. And don't ever, for once, think your corners are going to stop my wide receivers.
Facts.
We saw that.
So
the
I
first
don't
time.
know who the fuck y'all are playing with right now. Congrats, you had a fantastic season, but it goes no further from here. Y'all are about to meet Dallas on the couch this week, watching us keep playing. So enjoy it. There's always next year.
Always
That's all I
next
got.
year. They exceeded expectations. Let's say that. Kind of like last year, us making it to the playoffs. We weren't supposed to be there. We made it.
Yeah.
We got torched, but we made it.
Yeah.
And it is awesome. Like I do love hearing about how, the NFC East is the best division of football right now. Again, No more of this NFC lease talk. I think we're the first time in like since 2002. Three teams from the same division is inside a divisional round of football,
Yep.
and that's amazing. That's great. If
Hmm.
Washington didn't choke it out at the end of the season, maybe they could have been here too. But
They choked it out because they put Carson Wentz in.
yeah, they did put Carson back in the game. That was dumb. But how do you guys feel about that as a whole in general? Like just knowing that the division itself is back on top.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first? I'll go
Go
first.
for it.
I think the division games are fun. I like the fact that we get to play division. Like it would really excite me if we could if Dallas somehow beats the 49ers and we play Dallas at Philadelphia. What I'm saying? To hear the Hurts and Dak all through the weekend, who's better in this, what I'm saying? And I think there's a possibility because like I said, I don't think Brock Purdy it has seen defense like Dallas. I don't think he's seen a defense like Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? And he gets a little flustered. So there's a possibility. But I think the division games, I mean, I like it. So I like my divisions, playing against us, especially for a divisional round. We get to knock you out to get to an NFC championship, then let's so be it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, we are the better division out of all those three. Let's not mistake it. We have the better talent, a better GM. And I crap on Howie Roseman how many times, but I gotta admit I was so wrong about him. He's put this team together. He's brought so many pieces around this team, and I'm eating my words. I wanted the guy fired, now I don't because he's put this team together. He's done everything that we needed him to do. We needed him to go get an elite receiver for Jalen Hurts. Well, he got two. You know what I'm saying? And Quez Walker's not the greatest receiver, but he's still a solid number three. You know what I'm saying? He has problems but he's still learning. But then we got also young pieces. We got future draft picks for the future down the road. You know what I'm saying? This town next year in this draft is going to be very stacked. Different running backs are going to be really good next year. Coming out. Different safeties coming out next year. Cornerbacks are coming out next year. Linebackers are coming out next year. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have teams that are going to be jumping for quarterbacks. We don't need to do that because we got a quarterback and Jalen Hurts, who he drafted in the second round that people didn't like, and I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I didn't like the play. I didn't like the pick. I liked the player, but I didn't like the pick. But it worked out. You know what I'm saying? They saw something, and it worked out. Jalen Hurts is him. Everything about this kid is good about it. But let me get back to the topic. I like the division games because it's fun. I like playing my divisional round games. I look at the Baltimore Ravens and look at the Steelers, and I look at all these division games. I said, I wish we can play those teams, and now we get a chance. So we didn't play the Cowboys. I don't think in the NFC Championship game since what, 1989 was it the last time we played them?
A long time.
Was it
They
Will
made it that
Montgomery
far
scoring
a
the
long
first touchdown?
time.
It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? And it could be a possibility because, like I said, I think Dallas could definitely make the 49ers run for the money. I think it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Brock Purdy has seen a defense like Dallas. And the way they just absolutely ripped apart the Buccaneers. Now, I understand Buccaneers are bad, but at the end of the day, people tell me they beat the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Now, my feelings with Tom Brady is different. I'm going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I think Tom Brady it's just shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would beat the regular season Tom Brady if he was 4 years ago, but it is what it is. I got to give him the credit. You know what I'm saying? But I like division games.
No,
And
you
I'm just
don't.
going to leave it like that.
Fuck no, you don't.
What are you
You
so
don't
about?
have to give them credit. The fuck are you talking about?
I got to give him credit, man.
Hell no. Listen, man, y'all beat up on a 46-year-old. You realize that, right? A
That life left
46-year-old
hurt.
that has an offensive line that is not the offensive line of old. Okay, their defense played like trash last night. I live streamed that game. I
I
watched
didn't
the
get to watch
entire
it, man.
thing.
Was it that bad?
It was fucking terrible. Their defense was fucking awful, bro. It was straight garbage. Okay, that was the worst I've ever seen the Bucks, bro. That was the worst, and they're just lucky they caught Dak on a good fucking day. Okay, but no, hell no. The Bucks looked terrible last night, dude. Their offense was stale. They couldn't do shit. And it wasn't just their defense. Tom Brady, when he threw the ball was always off. It was either too high, too low, to the left, to the right. Everything was off. Literally. and that defense couldn't stop shit. Like it was just terrible, bro. I do not give Dallas credit for that because the Bucs were terrible. They looked almost as bad as us last year in the playoff game.
Weren't they below 500?
Huh?
Were they right at 500, below 500, something like that too? Like
What?
that team, not that good. The Bucks reminded me
No,
of.
they only had 8 wins, dude, and they got the most of their wins at the end of the season. The last 3 games were wins, and now they come out looking like crap. You know, Leftwich stunk that shit up last night, dude. He called an horrible offensive game. And Todd Bowles, I don't know what the fuck that was, bro. That was terrible defense. Terrible. Like, they had all day to throw, and they had all day for the wide receivers to just stand out in the open. Like, you're not getting that with any defense. The 49ers are not letting you get away with that. You know what I mean?
I get
so, I'm telling you, man.
I would love
like,
to have Todd Bowles as the defense, but now when you think about it, now I don't want him.
No, I'm telling you who I'm casting my vote right now. I'll tell you all. I've been saying it. Lovie Smith. Bring him to Philly.
Yes.
I want Lovie Smith as my D coordinator, man.
I even take Rex Ryan. I know a lot of
Listen,
people want to hear
I
about him.
understand some people might not like him, but I'll tell you what. You want a guy whose players will fucking play for him and play their asses off until the end? Lovie Smith is your guy. He will get the fullest out of these dudes. I'm telling you.
What about that Miami head coach that was just fired? What's his name? Brian Flores. I'd bring him to Philadelphia too. I think he would really, really be good at defense coordinator. Like I like. Here's my problem. And a lot of Jonathan Gannon fans, like, you know, shout out to the dude that's a Jonathan Gannon fan. I ain't gonna talk about him, but you know, he got upset with me because I said I think Jonathan Gannon is conservative, and it's not me being. I don't hate him. I just don't like his scheme. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if our corners go down or someone like that, we're pretty much done. You know, we need a whole staff around us and a whole town around us to be irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that Jonathan Gannon, I think that you're going to see more blitz in the playoffs because I don't think he showed everything in the playoffs. Because like Bergen 31 says, we don't want to show our hand to our teams to see, you know, what we expect. But it's like, I felt like when you need, like, for example, the Cowboys game on Christmas Eve, I would have sent the Heat at that. There was no reason why we should have played 15 yards off the football. And the fact that you put your Scott on CD Lamb, I thought it saw gave out Wallace on CD Lamb at one point. You know what I'm saying? It was that bad. I don't need to see that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Cut that out of your playbook and just do what you've been doing with the Minnesota Vikings. Do what you've been doing when we were shutting down the receivers before. You know, you don't need to do extra. You know, just lock down these receivers and make Daniel Jones throw. That's all you got to do. If you shut down Saquon Barkley, you shut down Breida, who I really don't think is all that. You know, I think the Minnesota defense is just that horrible. And we knew they were horrible. We blew them out. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys dropped 40 on them. We dropped, 20, 24 on them? You know what I'm saying? They got beat by the Packers badly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks good against the Minnesota Vikings, but they don't look good against the Eagles, especially if you're the Giants. You know what I'm saying? We know Daniel Jones. We saw him round 1, and we blew them out. And I feel like it's going to be the exact same thing at the Link. The Link is going to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to Minnesota in the Dome. All this skull chant that they do is not in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting no skull chants. You're getting Fly Eagles Fly. And you're going to get a lot of screaming fans in your ear 24/7. That crowd is going to be too much for Daniel Jones. I'm telling you, I see Hassan Reddick having at least two sacks, 1 strip fumble, and I think this defense is going to go after him. I got us having about 10 sacks against Daniel Jones.
Wow.
I think we're going to put it up on him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he can handle our front four. Y'all can talk to me about this. The Giants have a run. Yeah, that's cute and fine. You know, pause. It's cute and fine. Until you find a real team that really can stop all that. And I think this Eagles team didn't come to be a number 1 seed for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think the coaches know it. And the media, you know what I hate about the media? They're talking about like the Giants are going to walk into Philadelphia and beat us. If that happens, it's going to be
right
a lot
now.
of.
They say what we got. What is that? 7.5 point spread.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of fans talking about Daniel Jones could shock the Eagles. Come on, man. That's fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do that in Madden. Okay, I played Madden and I played against the Giants, and Daniel Jones looked good. But that's not happening in real life. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get at Daniel Jones, and we're going to make him throw the football. That's what you need to do. You need to keep him in the pocket and make him throw. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about running quarterbacks, but why are we not putting Daniel Jones in a running back situation? You know, because he runs more than he throws. Let's be real. He runs more than he throws.
I'll
They talk
let
about
you
Jalen
saying
Hurts
that
being
Daniel
a runner.
Jones is actually a really good running quarterback.
Now, see, now you hit it. Now you hit the nail on the head. That is literally the only thing that worries me about Saturday's game.
Mhm.
I don't
Daniel
think we're
Jones
going to lose. I don't think we're going to lose. But I'm telling you, what is the one thing our defense has been bad at all year?
stopping run
Stopping
quarterbacks.
quarterbacks who can run. We are very shitty at letting running quarterbacks run on us.
Yeah, we let Dak run.
And I'm telling you, I better hope to see a spy. I know that's really weird to say, but dude, Daniel Jones got fucking wheels, and I'm not afraid to say that. He can
Yeah,
run
he
for a white boy. You know what I mean? Like he can get it, and that's no lie. I want to make sure that dude does not run. You know,
I
I
would
saw a
I
lot
would
of
love to
those
have
runs
Kobe
in that
Dean out there.
Minnesota game. I know, but I saw a lot of those runs in the Minnesota game that picked up first downs that I instantly flashed, and I was like, oh shit, he can do that to us because we really are shitty in the quarterback run game. We are. I'm not afraid to admit that. You know, we are.
Would you put Kobe Dean out there and let him spy Daniel Jones? Because I would. I mean, I think he's a fast linebacker that can go to toe to toe with someone like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
don't
would
care
put him
what
out
you
there and
do,
let him
just
spy
stop
on
him.
him.
I don't care what you do, just stop him. Don't let him run. Just as much as you don't let Saquon run, you do not let DJ run. If you just force him to throw, if there is nothing there for him to run at, and he cannot escape, and he just is forced to throw, then we'll be fine. But the moment you let this guy run, like, dude, he ran 17 times against Minnesota. That's
Yeah.
as many as Jalen did during Chicago, and he picked up first downs with it.
And
So
I
I'm
would see
just
that
saying,
in
you
Philadelphia.
got to stop the run, and when that means the run, that means Saquon and DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
they're a force for real if you don't maintain them. You know, they can definitely take over a game. And they really
Yeah.
wasn't using Saquon a lot. They were using Breida. You know what I'm saying? He's a very powerful back. But like I said, I think when you got Dominic Sue and you got Lindell Joseph, I think you helped that run defense a lot more. You know what I'm saying? You had Jordan Davis still here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been saying like those rotation when Harry Roseman brought him back, you know, I'm glad that we lost to the Commanders a little bit because it helped us down the road. Because I feel like if we didn't lose to the Commanders, even though I didn't want to lose to them, you know, we would have never gotten Dominic Sue and Joseph, and we still would be in a situation where we can't stop the running game. Now, you know, I think that our running defense got a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But I would love these corners to press up on these receivers. These giant receivers, man, you just press up on them. They're not going to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you got to really go man to man with them. I think you just got to make sure they don't get out your sight. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like these giant receivers are not a threat to us. We know what they are. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like Slayton is this elite receiver. You know, he makes some catches here and there. He's a tough
Hodges.
player, you know, but I feel like that we got the better team overall than the Giants.
Oh, by far. Like, there's no question about that. I
Um,
know, but I will say that, though. I heard you say his name, BG. I'm actually really liking Hodges. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
he's
lie. I'm not saying he's going to be like top echelon, but I like what the kid's got. Like, he can bowl. You
He's
know,
cracking
he
the
really
nut.
does. Yeah. I'm
So what do you
interested
think?
to see what he turns out to next year.
I got another good question for you guys. Which injury return do you think is going to be the most impactful this week? You know, you got Lane Johnson,
Lane and Smith.
DJC just came back. Who else coming back? Hurst is obviously back, full, healthy, and strong. And Matt,
Maddox.
I don't know if Matt's come back this week.
Max supposed to not playing. He didn't practice today.
I won't even.
Practice today.
I really feel like with CJG, we don't even have to rush him back. We can let him
Yeah, no,
go.
you can put him in. You can put him in the slot and let Blankenship and Epps handle safety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's. I'm fine with that.
I
So
think
No,
I think the
dude,
most
I've been
impactful.
saying it. A lot of people sit there and say Hurts needs to be 100%. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Lane Johnson is the most important key to this entire
Yeah.
puzzle.
Oh yeah.
There
Jack
is
just
no
can't.
other
He can't
person.
block, man.
No lie, Jalen Hurts can be 80%. As long as Lane Johnson is out there, you win that game. If
I saw.
Hurts is 80% and Lane is not out there, you will not win. If Jalen's 100% and Lane is not out there, you will win. It's just going to be a lot harder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Lane is the key, bro. Seriously.
And I saw a lot of people talk about put Andre Dillard in right tackle. I'm like, first of all, Andre Dillard came a guard left tackle. I mean, to me, I think he just can't. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of Andre Dillard. I wouldn't trust him with my team on the line, put in a guy that hasn't played all year at right tackle to put him out there. Jack Driscoll is a nice story, but I feel like that we need to definitely in this draft address the right tackle. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Lane Johnson, people say he has 3 more years. I think he only has at least 2 more years because he's going downhill. You know what I'm saying? This is his 5th injury he had?
He's never going downhill. The guy hasn't given up a sack in 2 years.
Yeah, but his injuries are piling up, and eventually his body's going to break down. So we need to think long term. We didn't know the situation with what is it? Jason Peters, and it was too late. And then we drafted a left tackle, and I think we got lucky with Mulata. You know what I'm saying? That's the end of the day. I don't trust Jack Driscoll at right tackle to when if Lane Johnson goes down, let's say he goes down next year with a season-ending injury, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust him because I think that you need another right tackle next year in this draft. You gotta address that because I don't feel comfortable with these right tackles.
You like
Andre Dillard can
Driscoll?
walk next year. He gone.
Driscoll
Okay,
won games for us, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
Driscoll
he's
actually
not.
played some good
He's not.
football for us.
Listen,
Like
bro, when you
Driscoll's
have
just not good,
somebody,
man. He gets
I
beat
know,
up.
but listen, I can't really say he's not good, dude. What I can say is Lane Johnson is just that fucking amazing that he
He
makes him
is.
look
He
bad.
is. I mean, he's a
No,
future Hall
no,
of
no,
Famer for sure.
no. What I'm saying is Lane Johnson is so fucking good at right tackle, bro, that it just makes Driscoll look bad. Okay, like you have somebody who's
Driscoll
not
is
giving
bad.
up a sack in like 296 snap or games.
Woo!
No, 296 snaps, whatever it is,
Yeah.
298. But
Yeah.
he hasn't given up a snap. And then you have a guy like Driscoll who, he might be above average, but he's going to give up a sack here and there because he's not Lane. But Lane does it so well, it just makes Driscoll look bad.
But do
If
you
that makes
think?
any sense.
But do you think by the time Lane retires, Driscoll would be good? Like you hear people
Yeah.
say 2-3 years left with Lane. So say they say 2-3 years. Say he only plays 2 more years. Do you think 2 years down the road with Stoutland, Driscoll would be good enough to take over?
Bro,
No.
After
he's good enough. He's good enough now. He's only going to get better. My whole point is, though, even when Lane's gone, you're going to feel it because he's just that dominant. You know what I mean? Like, you're
yeah,
never going to have another Lane Johnson. You're not. Like, just you might as well get that in your head. You're going to have another great right tackle. We will eventually. But there's still not going to be Lane Johnson. You know what
but
I
just like
mean?
the left side, we thought that about the left side too. Look how many great left tackles we don't have back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Mailata, JPP, Trey Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Well,
been pretty
a
consistent.
lot of people got mad at me, but I said it before. I think it was
Say
2019. I said that we should have traded Jason Peters in that draft because I felt that we could have got the value for him before he went downhill. A lot of people didn't like that. He said, "What are you talking about, EC1? You're a dummy. You don't know what you talk about. How would you trade a left tackle, a future?" I'm like, the dude is going downhill. You might as well get what you can for him. That way, when your right tackle comes back, you still got value. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't know what Andre Dillard was. And I felt like that we need to let. I think Andre Dillard, part of his problem is part of it. I think he's weak mentally. And also, I feel like that we damaged him when we didn't use him like we should have. We should have traded Jason Peters and let our right tackle that we draft, our left tackle dude who we drafted to start. And we forced Jason Peters to be out there. And it hurt his confidence. And now Mulata's starting. I don't think Andre Dillard got the chance that he deserved. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's waiting for his turn, but he's not waiting his turn in Philadelphia because obviously Mulata is here. And I felt like that we should have traded Jason Peters in that 2019 draft to get there was a player that I wanted, and I felt like we should have moved up and got him. I said I would trade Jason Peters. People need to left tackles in that trade, in that draft. Someone went down with a left tackle. I said we should trade Jason Peters. It would have been good. He still has some left. Let's get what we want. No,
It's
well,
all right.
didn't
It
like
all
the
worked
deal.
out, man. I mean, it did. But listen, you were talking about right tackle and
Yeah,
how, if Driscoll's over there, you're worried.
I'm not comfortable with Driscoll.
Let me put your mind at ease though on the Driscoll thing.
Okay.
Would you rather have your worst tackle on your quarterback's vision side or his blind side?
My worst what?
Your worst tackle. Would you rather have him on the side, his throwing side, the side he can see, or his blind side?
I would put him where we need, like, right tackle would be obviously his
That's
blind side,
exactly
right?
what I'm saying. So I'm okay with Driscoll being at right tackle, in all honesty, because at least Jalen can see him coming at him.
Did
and
you
that way
see
he
him versus
can-
the Saints though? He was bad. He
Yeah,
was
well,
bad.
Minshew's not fucking
Well,
Jalen
I didn't
Hurts.
say Mitchell is
Anyway.
good, but my God, can you block a little? You know what I'm
But
saying?
my
He's just
point
leaving the
is,
defender
though,
come through.
I get it, but my point is having your second bet or your second string right tackle instead of having your second string blindside tackle. That's better because at least he's not getting hit from behind. At least he has Mailata still there protecting his blind side. If Driscoll messes up, he sees it coming while it's coming at him, and he can make the moves and the things he needs to do to get away from it. He's not able to see behind him, so it's harder to get away from that. So I'm okay with Driscoll being there because Jalen can work with that. If that makes any sense at all. What's
I
going
feel like
on?
we need to draft right tackle, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Driscoll is all that. I think that Driscoll's a serviceable right tackle, but I feel like if Lane Johnson goes down and we need a right tackle, we need to draft one. That's just my opinion. People don't like that, but I feel like that we need to draft a right tackle in this draft next year coming up. I feel like Lane Johnson is eventually going to just retire, and we better have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be
I
plenty in this
understand.
draft. I'm not saying draft one in the first round, but I feel like we need draft one during. And I think that Harry Roseman, Harry Roseman, people think he's going to go for safety. I'm telling you right now, the Eagles might go for right tackle next year in this draft in the second round. Don't be surprised. We did it with Dickinson. We did it with the center. Hey, just saying.
I just had a slice of pizza, and now, I'm not saying it's a joke. I actually had a slice of pizza just now.
Was it Pizza Hut was it stuffed crust from Pizza Hut?
Unfortunately, like New York, unfortunately where I am, I don't have Pizza Hut anywhere near me. I think every Pizza Hut is closed near me. But man, I was like, these Giant fans are reaching so hard, man. It's absolutely insane right now. Like 1 minute it's like we screw them out of a playoff game. Another minute, now this head coach is talking about eating pizza while watching the Vikings Giant game, and now it's like they're going to use that as bulletin board material, man. Like they're reaching for so much right now. It's crazy. I'm excited, man. I'm pretty pumped up, dude. Like it's this team's getting healthy. If there's one thing to fear, man, it's really the coaches designating what this team does Saturday. I mean, that's really it. I mean, I got no issue with any player. I got no issue with anybody, really. It comes down to like I would say more of us defensively than offensively. Like I more Jonathan Gann than Steichen. I mean, Steichen has had his moments. We know this, but this defense it kind of worries me on where this game plan is going. Did they dumb down this defense and offense the past couple weeks? I don't know. I mean, they could have. Even the last Giants game, the Giants can't make a big deal out of that. I mean, every time I watch NFL Network now, they're talking about, how the Eagles look so different in that game. I'm like, do these people know like they literally handicapped Jalen Hurts for the whole entire game? They literally told him not to run. Like Hurts 100% pushed them. Hurts 100% pushed them to play. Pushed himself to play. And, but he had to have limitations in that game. And, it was sloppy. When you take away that read option from Jalen Hurts, the offense looks so vanilla and so it's a nightmare to watch. But because the Giants were playing their backups and because it was such a close game against the Eagles starters, they started to get excited. Like they're a first seed team. Highly doubt it. This should be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
So
They're
So,
getting cocky.
Joey, I
And,
got a question for you. Would this be a reasonable assessment on JG this year? The gentleman plays to his competition, as in if the team is a little bit black, kind of like the Saints. We'll use the Saints as the example.
right.
Our defense was not that good that game, but neither was that team. But when we play really good teams, JG has really good defenses. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I feel like the man plays down to his competition or plays up to it when he needs to. You know what
And
I mean?
I hate that because like you need to play all, even your small competition, even the best competition, you still got to play your best. I feel like that we rely so much on the front four and not the fact that if the front four don't get there, we we don't send any help. You know, we play our cornerbacks 15 yards with the football. I need these receivers. Like I said, I said it to AK. I need these receivers to get pressed up. I'm tired of our corners being 15 yards off the football. You know what I'm saying? I dealt that with Jim Swartz. I'm not dealing with Jonathan Gann. If we lose this game, Jonathan Gann does not deserve a head coaching job. He doesn't deserve one because
Well,
you
don't say
can't.
that. Then
Well,
we're
that's
stuck
their
with him another
problem.
year.
That's other teams' problems if they're going to hire him as a head coach.
Listen,
That's not
I'm
our
just being
problem.
real. If you're Houston, would you hire Jonathan Gann if he just blew against? Because the Giants are not
Yes.
good. We need to blow this team
Bro,
out.
Yeah.
bro,
There
stop
is no
saying that because that means we're
like.
stuck with him for another year. Don't say
Right.
that. Quit.
Oh no, we can fire him. He
Like-
needs to go any way you look at it. I don't want him back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I want Lovie Smith, and I'll take anybody over Jonathan Gann. Jonathan Gann does not need to be here anymore. Even if he doesn't get a head coaching job, we just need to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like this scheme.
EC1, listen. You're talking about a coach in his second year, right? You know, and he done broke like how many Eagle records on defense? Like I know you guys say the
This
players,
scheme is horrible.
you know,
It's
70 sacks
horrible.
isn't a frown at. You know what I'm saying? Like turnovers, leading like top 5 in turnovers this year is not nothing to frown at in terms of the defense as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in his second year, guys. Like we want all these guys that are legends or greats in the best defensive coordinators ever type guys on our defense to lead this defense. But when you got all them Pro Bowlers and all them All Pros on your defense, you should be able to run whatever defense you want.
Yeah.
And I think we've pretty much done it all year long. We've pretty much done it. One thing for sure is not one star really has lit us up all year. Not one star. I'm talking about star receiver, I'm talking about star running back, I'm talking about star receiver, quarterback, and not one star has lit up. It's always been nobodies. The third string tight end, the backup quarterback, the fifth running back. Those are the guys that put up the big numbers against the Eagles, which I think is really concerning. But I don't know.
I'm gonna be real with you. That Dallas game where we put Josiah Scott on CeeDee Lamb, that's not good defense coordinator. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm sorry.
Listen,
I don't
man,
care.
I understand.
You
I
put
understand.
Josiah Scott, who can't cover, on a number one receiver. Why isn't Darius Slay following him? That's not a good defense corner. When you have Hassan Riddick at covering a receiver, that's elite receiver. I mean, that's elite defense coordinator. No, it's not.
Right,
We
yeah,
need to stop making excuses. Oh, can I say something? We need to stop making excuses for Jonathan Gannon, man. The man's in his second year. Okay, the man has everything around him. All right, what more does he need? He has 2 elite corners, a pass rusher that's one of the best, 2 good safeties. Enough is enough. The guy needs to get his act together. Because I can tell you one thing: if you bring Lovie Smith right into Philadelphia with this defense right now, we would not have these problems. Jonathan Gannon is too conservative. He plays down to his competition. He allows these receivers to do what they want. He's afraid to give up the big plays. So he'll play where the receivers get, the small yardage, what becomes big yardage down the field because if they kick a field goal, it's good enough. No, it's not. I'm tired of the conservative defense. It doesn't work because when you play against a real quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, when you play a game like these elite quarterbacks, and we saw what they do against us, they will kill us. We need to stop that. I understand, Jonathan Gannon. We want to praise him when he does good, but we need to praise him when he does. We need to criticize him when he does bad. The man has everything around him. I don't know what people don't understand. He has elite talent, and he's playing down his competition. Enough is enough. I get it. You know what I'm saying? People like Jonathan Gannon. I don't like him. I think his scheme is too soft. I think we need a defense coordinator that can come in there and press up on these receivers, because these receivers are going to realize, hey, I can pretty much run a slant on these corners, and there's nothing we can do because Jonathan Gannon is a soft defensive coordinator. I'm tired of the excuses. I hear it all day on Twitter. I hear it on Instagram. Enough is enough. The man has everything around him.
Listen,
How about
man.
that?
Okay, first off, we got to stop with the whole he's a bad defensive coordinator.
No,
okay, listen. Yes, exactly. He is 14-3. Okay,
right.
that's one.
But why is he 14-3?
Yeah,
because he's talent around him.
Listen, I let you talk, bro. Chill.
All right.
Now listen, I'm telling you right now, to the eye, there is certain games I can look at, and I can be like, wow, our defense really played bad. But all I'm going to say about this is stats do not lie. And when you look at our defensive stats, we are damn near number one in everything defensively. Okay? Stats don't lie. You can say he's terrible all you want. There is games where he is terrible. But in the end, when my team has number ones across the board, motherfucker ain't that bad. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. It's just philosophy, which I just have an issue with. It's like when you get the jump on a team and then he's like, okay, we could sit now, you know what I mean? Like I can't stand that. I can't stand it. Like I can't stand like and he's done this when we were down in games. Like, and then you're putting pressure on your offense, which like I don't think that's fair at all. Like it's like, oh, we're just gonna, we're gonna tackle him in bounds. We're gonna waste time of possession. We're gonna waste time off the clock, and we're just gonna let him score a field goal. It's like he's allowing teams to score those easy 3 points. And like I said, like I don't hate the guy as a person. I don't hate him as a coach. Like his philosophy is, we're 14 wins, man. Like I've been pissed. I've been not pissed, but every game, even with us winning every single game, I've been, I was not trusting Gannon every single week, and I felt like I probably should do that because very up and down. Our offense was having, issues, here and there, but very, very small ones. But defensively, like it made us look bad statistically when like you're just allowing teams to come back, and it's just you just can't. Like I said,
I feel like
and I want you to realize we are agreeing with you. Okay,
yeah.
like
I feel
we're
like
not
most of the Gannon mistakes are more like it's not even that he's calling bad defenses. It's just the players on that day is not playing up to their skill level.
Let me put it to you this way.
You've seen that this year.
Yeah.
Yes, and let me put it to you this way. Like the last 3 games, terrible defense, right? Yeah. But you also had number 33 in there, which I don't like saying his name anymore because
it's just Scott.
Thing. Yeah. That guy. Scott, I'm not fond of Scott. He
even on Scott on that Dallas game, I don't even blame him that much. He wasn't even playing. He wasn't even supposed to play that game. That was Matt's return game. He got all the reps that he kind of got thrown into the fire. Now you can say it was a mistake by the coaches by not, pairing up Slay with Lamb, but at the end of the day, like Josiah Scott's supposed to be a reliable nickel cornerback.
Yeah, that's only because like they didn't know they weren't going to have Chauncey Gardner. Like if Josiah, like if they had Chauncey Gardner, we wouldn't even have this problem. Like behind our cornerbacks, there's nothing depth wise. They're horrible. It's bad.
And I felt like when Matt went down, the whole thing went out the window.
When you sit there and you have a guy like JG,
right,
who does call a pretty simple defense, you see it. It is simple. They do sit back. It is
simple
almost like and he plays safe. But here's the thing: when you had all our vets out there, that healthy defense with everyone out there, those players who are vets because how smart they are, even when JG calls something and it's a fuck up, they're able to correct it because they have that veteran leadership. Right. They don't have those holes in the defense, and the communication is there. You don't have people who they're not used to playing with. It's everyone's on the same page, so they can call it and they can make up that little gap of JG's mistake by outplaying the people. Okay. But when you don't have Maddox, when you don't have your slot lockdown corner, because when he's out there, we have 3 of the best corners in football. When you don't have CJ at safety, like that, things matter. And we didn't have the vets in the secondary to lock up those holes and mistakes that JG was making. And that's why
He's not going to make it in Houston, then. He's not going to make it in Houston because they don't got all of that in Houston.
That's not my fucking problem. Job, that's not my problem.
I know that. I know that. But listen, let me tell you something. Great defense corners adjust. And I get it. You don't have everybody. But here's the thing. This is where defense corners need to say, okay, I don't have my player. Well, let me see what works. If you don't have your starting corner and everything like that, then set some more, do something different. Instead of doing the exact same thing. It's like he gets more conservative every time a player goes down. And when I watch him, it's like he's afraid to fail. You know what I'm saying? He's afraid to fail. He's afraid to blitz when there's nothing to lose. For example, Dak Prescott, it's the Christmas game, right? It's 3rd and 30. First of all, shouldn't have even got to that point. If you stop him on 3rd down, we wouldn't have this issue.
Well, no, it's almost 1st and 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said.
It never came to that point. It should have never came to that point. It's a good defensive coordinators find ways to adjust, and Jonathan Gannon doesn't. I see many
you realize,
games.
Though, he's not the only one out there.
Okay.
That game he adjusted. Lamb went off for like 100 yards.
But bro, the offense gave up. They gave the ball away 4 freaking times for 20 points. I mean, there's no excuse for it. Minshew gave the ball away. Quez Watkins got beat, physically manhandled 2 of those times. They shouldn't have been in that situation. A 3rd and 30, yeah, it sucks, but that's not what. Yeah, it changed the game on top of the mistakes we made.
What about the Saints game? The first half.
Right.
Yeah, but bro, you can't. Every defensive coordinator has a 3rd and 30 put on them. Like, dude, or a 3rd and 15, a 3rd and 12. Everybody gets long 3rd down conversions now and then. It's not that big of a deal. That was our only one we gave up all year long.
Right.
I could understand if he was giving up 20 of those a year, but it was 1. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't happen to us that often, so it's not a big deal, bro.
It was 1, but because it was 1 against the Cowboys,
exactly
that revived T.Y. Hilton's career from 1 pitch. Pretty much, bro.
Can I say something real quick? When I watched the Giants defense corner, I'm like, why can we not have that defense corner? You saw how he was able to adjust, and the fact that he was able to put different things and mix it up and make Kirk Cousins confused.
EC1. Like, there's been games where he started out slow and ended out high. Like, people start out early doing stuff, and at the end of the game, they're not doing nothing at the end of the game. Like, and for the most part, we've won like every game. Like, the 3 losses that we have, we beat ourselves. It wasn't a Gannon costing us a win. It was us losing ourselves, making dumb mistakes, dumb penalties, dumb turnovers. That's why we're the 3-loss team that we are.
I don't know what you're saying.
You can't really pinpoint that. Like, if we had a better defensive coordinator, we don't lose those 3 games.
EC was talking about. He was talking about the Giants' defense. Like, Martindale's great. Like, I love Martindale because whether he's up and down in games, like, he blitzes every 3rd down. Like, doesn't care what players he has, who's out, injuries, doesn't matter. Like, that's why I respect the Giants and their coaching staff with Brian DeBoll and Mike Kafka and the rest of those guys. They have a really good coaching staff, so they turn their offense from really nothing into something with really basic of what they really don't have. And Daniel Jones is becoming a really good mobile quarterback. I gotta say that he's become really good.
And when you blitz, what happens when you blitz? You get pressure, and not only that, you create fumbles. We see it every time when you blitz, the quarterback goes down, man, and you usually get a turnover. I mean, I understand y'all like Jonathan Gannon, and maybe there's different people who like different things. Maybe they don't like that aggressive defense. I like the Jim Johnson defense. I don't think any quarterback should be walking into Philadelphia or even when we play a team that should be having yards against us. I feel like that we should be able to stop an offense, no matter who it is. And I feel like that when you or front four can't get there, you send the blitz, no matter what you have.
Eagle fans, we got to
Because that's
realize there's only
aggressive
been
defense.
one
There.
Jim
That's
Johnson.
what I like.
Like,
I don't
there's
like
only
that
Jim
conservative
Johnson.
defense that plays that bend and break defense. I hate it. It's like watching. It's like your eyes literally getting stabbed by little knives, and you can't do nothing about it. That's what it's
Just
like.
remember,
It's literally
though, bro,
torture,
that
man.
bend and
I hate
don't
it.
break defense gave you your first Super Bowl. So it ain't that bad.
Okay. And then what happened the following year? What happened the following year?
That had to do with
again,
personnel.
what happened the following year?
That had to do with personnel. That had nothing to do with us.
It was still the defense, though, right? Because the talent went out the door. If you get rid of Jonathan Gannon's defense right now, he will not be this aggressive defense like you think he is. The talent around him is making him better, and it's covering his flaws
I'm
up.
telling you right now, by this time next year, who knows? Like, Gannon leaves, we get a new defensive coordinator, and he might be horrible. We might say, "Holy crap, we were bitching about Jonathan Gannon like all last year." And
it's his second year. He's
never
still
know.
learning how to be a
I
DC.
remember last year. JG's first year. Everyone was like, "Holy shit, I want Schwartz back." Because of how bad he was doing. But
Yeah.
I remember everyone specifically bitching to get rid of Schwartz because everyone fucking hated him. And
I
guess
didn't
what?
want Schwartz. I liked Gannon because I heard that he was going to believe in taking the football away. We were going to hear the 3,
He's
4.
done that.
He's done. Yeah, he's done it. He's done it,
times, bro. Like, what do you want him? You want 70
like
interceptions on the sacks? Like
when
what?
we heard Jonathan Gannon, we saw the Indianapolis Colts defense, and we said, "This is the defense coordinator we want. Blitz it nonstop." Like if you watched the Indianapolis Colts before Jonathan got hired, that defense was so much better. They were taking away the football. They were creating fumbles. I don't see this with this defense. And if
What
I
are you
do,
talking
it's
about?
usually
dude,
Bro,
come on, dude.
What are you talking about?
Hey,
Now you're starting to get a little
when
silly.
have you seen
This
a
is the
strip
best Eagles
fumble
team
for a
we've
touchdown?
seen on TV. Period.
EC,
Like,
let me ask
name
you a
another
question.
year that was better than this year. For real.
You know who blitzes a lot?
Who?
Other than the Giants? Baltimore.
100%.
Okay.
Where's Baltimore? And where's Baltimore at? No, where's Baltimore at?
They're gone because of the quarterback. They don't have their quarterback. That's nothing to do with the
But
defense.
do you know what? Baltimore gives up a lot of fucking points. Do you know why? Because they blitz a lot. Do you know what the blitz does? It lets your over the top wide fucking open. For those,
and if you miss that quarterback and they get through, it's done, and big plays happen because of it. So the blitz is always good. I'm not saying do it every single play, but you know, I've been
weren't they missing some players in that game too?
No, it's just a theory. Like what's the probability of a team taking a 13-play drive to score a touchdown over and over and over and over again throughout a whole game? Like your probability is not going to be very high. You're going to score touchdowns on all those drives going 12, 13 plays. That's just not realistic.
Right.
You know, that's the reason why he plays the defense. And he hopes that the talent that we did put on this team that's gotten 70 sacks, that's gotten 15 takeovers, will stop a team before, they hit that end zone. And for the most part, we've done it all year long.
Yeah.
Look at what they did, like the Saints game, right? They were on I think the Saints were on the 15 going into the red zone, and like we blitzed everybody, and they scored an easy touchdown. And he never does that. He did that one time, and that was it. So I mean,
it hurts just as much as it helps.
You see some good games with Jonathan Gannon. You also see some games with
it's every team. It's every team.
Yeah,
The Giants do the same thing. Like Martindale likes to blitz a lot, but it doesn't mean he's been successful at all year. Like there's been plays he's given up plays because of making the wrong call. It just happens.
But I've seen defense corners play great without. For example, right, there was one team that had less starters out, and I was like, "Why? Look how many starters he had that was gone," and he was able to beat an offense a lot. I mean, there's defense corners I've seen that have lost starters and still was able to do their job. Like I get it, we like Jonathan.
But no one this year done their job better than Green.
I get it. Some Jonathan Gannon. I get it, but I don't like his scheme. And I'm not going to sit there and say he's a great defense because I watch literally on my own TV. I don't see what people seeing. I see a conservative defense that's going to cost us a lot of games if he doesn't press up on these receivers. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think that we need a defense coordinator that believes in pressure, and he's too much of a conservative defense coordinator. I think he gives up these just. I just don't like him. I don't like his scheme. I just don't.
But that's
I
fair.
don't. I don't. You know,
What
I
do you
don't.
guys think? What do you
I don't
guys
know
think?
what
Like, how do you feel about this matchup, number 3, Chase? Since I didn't get you earlier on that one, how do you feel about the whole three-peat thing, playing a team 3 times? Do you think that matters at all, or
Yeah,
everybody?
I think it's somewhat. Yeah, I think somewhat it does. Like, we've seen them and they've seen us, but it's just we're probably going to see some new things. I think both sides are going to see some new things from each team. So I mean, yeah, you don't want to play a team 3 times, but I think we know the Giants pretty well, and it's just how are you going to counter it? I think as the game goes on, going to the second half, I think things will change a little bit more, and I'm not making a big deal out of playing a team 3 times, but people are going to say it's either going to be a close one or the Eagles need to get
You're gonna blow
separation
them
in this
out.
game. This Eagles need to get separation in this game early and get the jump, which I think that's what they should do. Get the jump nice and early, because I'm not being cocky about this game. I'm not going into this game saying we're going to walk over them or nothing. They should win this game, but it's really up to this coaching staff to get it done.
We're gonna blow them out, man. They're not coming into Lincoln.
Hey,
we're gonna blow them
hope
out.
not.
I can't believe these Giant fans ran their mouth. You know what it just did? Remember when the Vikings did that? I mean, they did something similar. When you open your mouth, your team has to come into the link and play. You know what I'm saying? I want a body. There's no reason why it should be close. Blow them out, make a statement that we're for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this defense to sack the hell out of Daniel Jones. I want him on the ground. I want some dirt stains on him. I want his jersey to be covered in grime. All right, he should not have no clean jersey. All right, shut down Saquon Barkley, which I thought we did pretty good in the first. I'll give Jonathan Gannon some credit. The first game versus the Giants, he did really good. He got pressure on Daniel Jones. He made him throw the football. And you saw, if you keep Daniel Jones in the pocket, he struggles because he has no receivers that can really stretch the field like we do, who we can stretch the field, But I think our defense is going to get some, and I think it's going to be hard for him. You're not playing in Minnesota. Let's act like these Giant fans can talk about the win. That's great and fine. You're coming into Lincoln in a hostile environment. I think we're going to beat them, and I think we're going to beat them badly.
Well,
I mean, people talk about, oh, you can't beat a team 3 times. The 49ers did it. The 49ers did it.
Yeah.
And I feel like good teams beat their divisional rivals and they make a statement. You want to make a statement? Blow that team out the door. Let them know we're for real. That you're going to come in the link, you better have your A game. You make one move, we're blowing you out. And that's how I feel. I'm tired of them talking about Daniel Jones as this great quarterback. He played against the Minnesota defense is horrible. Come on, give me a break. You know what I'm saying? The Minnesota Vikings defense has given up so many yardage to different teams. They played that bend and break defense. And, it is what it is. But I feel like we have a better defense up front. I think we have a better secondary than them. I feel like they're not going to have the same success that they had in Minnesota. But we can't take them lightly for sure. We got to shut down the running game. We got to do what we have to do. But I think we're gonna win big. I think Jalen Hurts is going to want something to prove. You know what I'm saying? They're wearing the I don't know if you saw it, but they're wearing it's a Philly thing. So something happened because they're wearing shirts now. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because we saw Nick Sanders wearing shirts last year and it didn't work right. But I feel like the shirts mean something. So, hopefully they put on a show, because if you have a close game if we are in a close shooting match with the Giants, I feel like it shouldn't happen. We need to blow this team out. The Giants let's be real. The Giants should not be. We need to get rid of the Giants, because I don't smoke a contender with them. They're in our path, trying to take us from getting what we want, and it's a Super Bowl. If I want another Super Bowl, I want to make a statement. Good teams go out there, they blow their opponents out. You need to blow that team out. You know what I'm saying? I think that we own the Giants, but at the end of the time, I want to beat this team badly. I'm tired of the fans. I'm tired of their little Daniel Jones gonna beat you. Okay, you're not playing in Minnesota, like I said. You're playing in the link. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? We don't need luck. You need luck. You know what I'm saying? Because all that heart is good and fine, but the talented team always wins. You know what I'm saying? The talented team that's good coaching wins. And I think that we got good coaching. I think McStown is a really good coach. I feel like he's going to put his team in the best position. And I think Jonathan Gannon, I think this game he's going to show why he should be head coach. I ain't going to lie. I think we're going to see a lot of different packages. And be like, where the hell was this in the regular season? I feel like we're going to see that.
Yo,
I think we're going to see that.
Bird Gang, what do you think? You think this shoulder injury is they're just hiding it, or do you
That was
think
the
like
next
it's
question I was
bogus?
gonna ask you guys. For real. I was just going there. Man, I'm gonna be honest, like y'all know, I thought they should have played Hurts that Cowboys game.
Right.
Ended everything. He could have possibly even been MVP still if he went out against a good team and showed up and showed out. We get that win, we go to the playoffs. Those other two games wouldn't even matter. And the voters would have knew that those games wouldn't have mattered. But the way that they did it, they sat him that game, they sat him the next game. I think Hurts is fine. If you looked at the end of the Chicago game, he threw an extra 125 yards. And then even the last game, it's like it's gonna be like 4 weeks since the injury now. And I really believe that it's just smoke. It's smoke.
I thought that he could play in Dallas Cowboys game too.
Oh, Hurts was so hurt and so bad at the end of that game, man. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying he wasn't hurt. I'm not saying he didn't hurt. All I'm saying is 3 games. There's 3 games left in the season. We watch players play whole seasons off with injuries. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on this team need to buckle up for 3 games. And that's Hurts, that's Sweat, that's Lane, that's everybody that's on this roster need to buckle up for 3 games. And I just think that was more hype than anything. Like you seen Jalen Hurts go out there and talk about, he's played hurt before. It's not the first time he's ever played hurt. And like, is there injury? Possibly so. But is it something big enough to stop him from being great? No.
I think he gets annoyed by people asking him about his shoulder. I really think he's getting annoyed with that.
I think it's bogus this week. I think all of it's bogus.
I really do.
Just because even AJ Brown was asked a question and he started laughing. I think there's just I don't think it's as serious as everyone intended it to be. Just like the Lane Johnson injury, where it wasn't abdominal, it was his groin, and obviously it's much better for him, as he said that dealing with those 2 ankle injuries in those 2 years was probably the worst because he's putting pressure on it nonstop. But not on the injury report anymore, full go, and I think behind the scenes this team is getting really prepared, man. They are locked in. No,
what up, BLSG? What you guys say about all this? You ain't said nothing yet.
I know I've been quiet the whole stream, but anyway, it's Hate Giants week now. The rest time's over. We're done with the rest time. It's time to get to work. It's time to hopefully beat down the Giants. Fingers crossed we will be doing that. And, we're getting players back this week. Jalen Hurts, him coming back is great. Josh Sweat officially coming back is great. We should have Lane Johnson back, even though he was limited in practice the first day. But, we'll see what we can get back based on the rest of the way. But overall, if we can find a way to pretty much figure out the way that we have played in pretty much all the wins, in any close losses, and especially in particular have our defense be able to figure this out and continue to pressure Daniel Jones. I mean, we know this team. We played this team 2 times before, and I know that Jalen Hurts wasn't 100% the second time, but the first time we played them, what happened? 48-22. We beat the Giants by 26 points. We know how to beat the Giants. And can we do it again? There's a pretty good chance it's going to happen. Let me finish this real quick. Let me finish. There's a pretty good chance we can come out here, we can beat the Giants. But this is playoff mode. This is not the regular season anymore. Everyone's going hardcore. I don't care what team it is. I don't care if it's the Giants, the Jags. I don't care what team it is. Every team is going hardcore. They're not going to be playing soft. They're going to be playing their best football that they are ever witnessing in their lives, which means that the Eagles cannot take this like this is going to be a walk in the park, a cakewalk, whatever vocabulary word you want to use to describe how the Eagles need to come out here and play this game. That is the complete opposite. Those are antonyms right there. We need to come out here and we need to play Philadelphia Eagles football, and we need to come out here knowing that we want to win and get to the NFC Championship game, potentially playing either the Minnesota Vikings or the San Francisco 49ers. Or wait, it's Cowboys and the 49ers. Never mind, yeah.
But here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. My fault. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't know why people are scared of the Giants. I get you can't beat a team 3 times, but I feel like a lot of Eagle fan base are a little worried. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think the Giants. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think Daniel Jones is all that. I don't think he's all that. I think he played against a Minnesota defense that was trash. I think that we are going to really see what he's about. I want to see him do what you did in Minnesota and come to Philadelphia and do what you did. I want to see that. Can you play against elite defenses much better than you? Because all this Daniel Jones hype, he's a top 5 quarterback. It's BS. I'm going to be real with you. I don't think that he's all that. I think that he got an easy, lucky win that Minnesota wasn't good enough to stop him. Come and do what you did, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of no Daniel Jones, man. The man is pretty much a running back. You stop his running from him running, you make him throw, the game is over. The game is over. You make our offense, if our offense scores points, the game is over. I'm not scared of Daniel Jones. He doesn't frighten me. I'm more scared of Brock Purdy. I'm more scared of Dak Prescott than I am with Daniel Jones. I'm going to be real with you. I think the Dallas Cowboys have a better fight than Daniel Jones.
You're missing the point. Like, it's more, Daniel Jones is good Robin to Saquon's Batman.
Yeah, but that won't happen in Philadelphia. I promise you won't happen.
The Giants only winning this year because Saquon's been healthy this year. You think about the years the Giants had better teams that if Saquon was healthy on those teams, they probably would have won a lot farther than what they did. You know, it just so happened this is the year that he's healthy. They don't have the roster that, you know, they had before. But they still made the playoffs. They still won a playoff game. And I think that, you know, whenever you're talking about a running back, you know, it's like a running back affects the passing and the rushing attack. And if he's on fire, you know, the way Saquon can be, I think some of Saquon's biggest games came against the Eagles. So it's like, if we can't go ahead and go in there and stop him, which I think we will, obviously, but if he can start lighting it up early, it could be a rough game there.
I think we're going to be fine. I think we always do this every year in playoff games where we over exaggerate a little bit. We get a little anxious. You know, I remember in 2017, people thought, "Oh, the Falcons, what are we going to do?" You know, we weren't playing good football, this and that, and we were fine. You know, I feel like that people need to calm down. I understand, you know, it's a playoff game. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this team is better, and I feel like it would be a very dishonor to lose against a team that should have never beaten you in the first place. We need to destroy this team. It should not be a close game. I'm gonna be real with you. They are literally not even better than us. If we go out there and make this a close game, then I'm gonna have some questions about this team going forward. Because good teams blow out teams that, let's be real, the Vikings are not good. They're not good. They're frauds. All right. They are a fraud team that somehow made the playoffs because they got lucky wins, a 63-yard field goal, and a comeback win against the Colts that should have never happened. And they played a Giants team that beat them at their own strength, but they struggle against tight ends. I think Dallas Scott is going to have a big game because they struggle against T.J. Hawkinson. I mean, they struggled against tight ends. You know, so now I think our receivers are going to do what we want to their corner. Their corners are garbage. They're not a good secondary. They give up a lot of points on the air. You know what I'm saying? They also get up a lot to the running game. They're going to have a hard time stopping our offense. I don't think you're playing against a team that's going to allow the Giants to do what they want. I think the Eagles know this is a real game, and I think they're going to go out there, and I think they're going to do what they want to do to them. We know the Giants. We're not going to sit there and act like Minnesota is a great team that they beat. The Minnesota is horrible, and I'm tired of people saying Minnesota, that was a state. Oh, it was a Minnesota. I mean, what did they talk about? The Giants beat Minnesota. That was a what are they saying? They're saying in the title. What it was? The Minnesota, that was a huge win or something. No, it wasn't. The Minnesota's trash. Okay, we blew them out. The Cowboys blew them out, and the Giants struggled against Minnesota both times. So I know that they're not all that. And let's be real. I'm gonna call it like that. The Giants are fraudulent too. I think that they ran into a bad team and they beat a bad team. Well, come and show us now, because we're a real team. And we're going to beat the brakes off them. I'm not scared of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones needs to be put on ground.
Yo, Bird Gang, what's the word, bro?
What's good, my guy?
So, man.
Hey, loving the channel, man. You doing your thing, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate the content, man.
No problem.
I,
How
I
you
just
doing?
gotta ask you. I just gotta ask you, man. We defending Gannon. What's going on? Oh my God, we
Hey,
defending
hey, you
Gannon,
know how it
bro.
is, though. You know how it is. Everybody came down on Harvey, right? And you see Harvey that came out of the fire. I'm just saying, Gannon's only in his second year as a defensive coordinator. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, and we don't most sacks ever by the team. Takeaways, we got 4 players with sacks. She's like, he's obviously doing something. We've only lost 3 football games that we beat ourselves in. You
yeah.
can't really poo-poo on him if
It's
I
like
understand we
with
were like 9-7 right now, then all that stuff would be valid. But the fact that we're 14-3, #1 seed, best record in football right now, is like
yeah.
none of these guys in their second year should get poop on that.
But see, it's like with Philly. Philly's weird. Philly's a weird place to play at or even just coach at because if sometimes some people just don't fit in Philly. Gannon, for the vast majority of people, we do not like Gannon, bro. It's his philosophy. He's not
Yeah,
aggressive. He just sits back. It's so frustrating. And don't get me wrong, the defense. I would say the defense is a huge reason why we are where we at. Because
Yeah.
the defense has been doing great. And it feels so good to have a solid defense, a top 5 defense. It's amazing. The 70 plus sacks,
That's
yeah.
that's
good.
unheard of. That's crazy. But again, it's just, man, he just sits back. He doesn't look, like I said, bro. If the man would literally man press, just press on the outside, send 5. 15% of the time, 10 like, bro, it hurts to see. And especially when the offense isn't playing well. Let's say the offense turns the ball over like 3 or 4
The
times,
coach
which
game.
they've done, and 2 of our losses. Let's say that happens, then what? What's Gannon's going? What is he going to do? We're going to be in trouble. He has to be able to pick up the slack if our offense have an off day. And if we're in that situation, we're going to be in trouble.
Like,
That's all.
if you're
It
playing
like
against a team like Mahomes, you got to play aggressive, man. You can't allow him
yeah,
to sit
but
back.
not even that, because even with his philosophy, okay, I feel like his philosophy is fine. I understand his philosophy. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
bend but don't break. There's nothing wrong with that. Give up the field goals. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with the bend but don't break. But again, the thing is, once the offense is have in a rut, like we're gonna need even with the turnovers, like we're getting turnovers, the turnover ratio. I mean, dog, it's great on paper. It's great on paper, but the eye test, it just doesn't feel right, bro. The stats
Yeah.
and everything is amazing. It's like, dog, it just don't feel right for me, man.
How many of
It
those
really
games were
don't,
sitting there
bro.
at the end of the game where like defense, we need you to pull out a stop, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? That's good coaching. That's not just like players out there. That
Near
was
the goal line,
good coaching.
after they pick up multiple first downs. I mean, remember many times we were in third down, third and short, and we can't stop some teams, and they convert. And then we say, okay, can we stop them again? Like, I'm not saying John DeGannon is a bad. I don't hate him. I just don't like his scheme. I feel like our scheme in Philadelphia, we dedicate on blitzing and pressure. You look at Jim Johnson. Even though I wasn't alive, but Buddy Ryan was a very good defense coordinator. He believed in putting quarterbacks on their behind and never allowed the offense to dictate you. I feel like you need a right mindset to play in Philadelphia. And I think John Gannon is a
How
great
many
man.
championships
I
came out
don't
of
know him
that?
well, but I think
Think
defense
about it
coordinators
though.
in Philadelphia are need to be a certain way. You got to be a certain defense coordinator to fit Philadelphia. Philadelphia is dedicated on, we don't care what quarterback you have. We are going to make sure you struggle against our team, and we are going to put pressure on you. And it don't matter how many times you try to throw on us, we're going to still be aggressive. I'd rather die by the blitz than die by
All right,
short
I had a
throws.
question. I had a question for you guys. So would you bring Gannon back if, let's say, he didn't have an offer or it falls through or whatever? Would you be cool with him coming back?
Yeah.
No. I would Lovie Smith.
Get 3. Let's see what
No.
you got.
No, I
Oh,
don't want
got
him.
a Giants fan in here.
Oh God.
Let's see what you got. What up, RL Giants fan? Come in. It's all welcome to everybody. What you got to say about this game? This week's game.
What I think about Saturday's game?
Yeah.
It's gonna be close, or it's gonna be demolishing.
You said what?
Either it's gonna be close, or someone's gonna get demolished.
It shouldn't be close. We should have our way with them, but coaching, that would be the deciding factor. And I feel like the Giants, they have solid coaching, so I think it'll be close early, but hopefully we can pull away. But the coaching is the X factor, unfortunately, and they got solid coaches, man.
It's true. So how do you feel about your season as a whole? Did you think the Giants would be here in the second round? Hello? Is he not there?
Nobody did, BG.
No one did. And they're there.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about that, Weapon S? First time ever in the division. You got 3 players in the divisional round. I mean, since 2002.
Three teams.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. It makes for it's just more. It adds to the level of trash talking. I love the trash talking. I love the trolls. So it feels good when we get to play the Giants and we had a possibility of knocking them out, or vice versa. It just adds to the allure, or it just adds to the conference as the division as a whole. And when you're playing in a top division, it actually can show that your team is really good, because the level of competition, so it kind of put a spotlight on the entire division as a whole. So it's always great when a division is doing good. I love it. Honestly. It's amazing to see. It's crazy though. This never happened, right?
No, since 2002, I think they said, when they did the realignment.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you feel like the Eagles got give me your path to the Super Bowl? It was up to you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the Giants
win the next two games.
But who do you want to play? We all know we're gonna beat the Giants next week. Who would you rather play? A team like the Niners, where everybody's saying should be the Super Bowl champions, or do you want to play?
Can you hear me? Because I might earbuds.
Cowboys for the third time.
I want to see Dallas. I want to see Dallas in the divisional round. I want Dallas. I mean, we need that tiebreaker. Neither team had their quarterback, so it's kind of it's a moot point, and no one can really argue who was the best team this year, because neither team had their quarterbacks when we met up. So I feel like it's unfinished business. We need to get that back in blood, bro. I'm gonna be honest. We need to see Dallas. I hope it plays out that way. That'll be crazy. Winner goes to the Super Bowl, dog. This is gonna go down, and this is gonna go down in history, dog. If they meet in the championship game.
I want to play the 49ers. I'm so sick of the Purdy hype, man. I really want to play the 49ers. I'm so sick of this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of them telling me he's better than Jalen Hurts. I'm so sick of that 49ers.
Purdy?
Is Purdy any
Purdy?
good?
No, he's not. I think he might struggle against that, because listen, let me tell you something. I'm so sick of these 49er fans, man. Let's talk about them, man. Because I'm seeing them a lot on Eagles pages talk about, we're going to be in Philadelphia. What? First of all, who are y'all? You know what I'm saying? I get you, your height. You made to the division round. You got a rookie quarterback, but I promise you, I think we can beat them at the link. And I think I think we can match up against them. We could go toe to toe with them. We have a bet. I think we can match them with our defense.
So let me
I
ask you
want the
this, bro. Let me ask
49ers.
you this: who do you think is who's the easiest path would be playing Dallas or the 49ers?
The 49ers. The
Oh, okay.
49ers. The
Okay.
49ers. Because I think Dallas is. I ain't gonna lie. Dallas is scary right now, man. They're scary. They're scared. You don't want Dallas to be in a situation where they
But
can
you see that,
get
that's
to a
why
Super Bowl.
what's
I want the 49ers, man. I want to shut the Purdy and Jalen Hurts hype down. I had a 49er fan tell me that he would take Brock Purdy over Jalen Hurts,
so you'll
and he would take him every
you
day.
want the easier route, huh?
Yeah, I want the easy route. I want to be. No, the 49ers are not the easy route. They're supposed to be this number one offense, right? Number one defense,
No, but
everything
I
like
just
that.
asked you which team do you think would be?
I'll take either. You're not coming to Philadelphia and beating us. So, brother, whoever wants to come to Philadelphia and get their behind beat, because in Philadelphia, it goes through Philadelphia. If you think you're this team, come through Philadelphia and see what you're about. I think we can ride a Purdy. I think we can ride with Dak, but I want to play the 49ers simply because I want to shut these Purdy fans up. I'm tired of them. I'm tired. Have you seen the media hype them up? They talk about Brock Purdy's better than Jalen Hurts, all that stuff. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I got 49er fans talk about, oh, I would take Brock Purdy over Jalen Hurts. No, you wouldn't. You stop lying. Okay? Because if Jalen Hurts was on the market, you would pick him up in a heartbeat.
You gotta think how they're thinking. They're just thinking like this dude won some football games. He's on the roll.
Is he mobile? Like, what
I get that.
I
get that.
What does he do? I mean, he's just a third stringer. What does he do that's
remember when Rush played for the Cowboys and everyone all the games? They're like, hey, we want Rush over Dak. It's like that's
you know what Purdy reminds me of so much of. You remember Case Keenum in 17? People overhyped him up.
Yeah, word.
And two, they ran into us. I think it's going just like the 49ers game. I really do.
He hasn't been in the league for a while. So this guy's a rookie. So that's the reason why.
When was he? He was drafted in the 7th round. Purdy,
the last pick of the draft.
He was the very last pick of the draft. Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, there's 49 fans talk about they're going to come and beat Philadelphia. Or, oh, Philadelphia isn't better than the 49ers. I'm tired of that. I just want to end it. All right, see what you're about.
It's because Shanahan knows how to use them. You know, they don't make him do anything, you know, over exciting. You know what I'm saying? He checks down to see Chris McCaffrey and he throws the ball to Debo and Ayuk and them boys.
And they got some weapons over there for sure.
It's like they're not going downfield very much. They're just nickel and diming you down the field. And it's like the nickel and dime approach. Sometimes turn the big plays because you got explosive players.
Here's the thing, guys.
And I feel like that would right play in the defense too, because we love when offense nickel dime things because we can stop them too. You know, they're not going to overthrow you. You know what I'm saying? They can take some deep shots, but they're really much of dinking and dunking their way. That's not going to work in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Because we are too talented to do that. I feel like they would struggle against us. Where Dallas, they can throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, Dallas is a team that,
you scared of Dallas, bro. Just say it.
I'm not scared of Dallas. I don't care who we play. I'm not scared of Dallas either. We beat them too. But I think Dallas would give us more of a fight because they're a better divisional opponent than the Giants. And I think they would give us a fight because, you know, they have explosive offense just like
Dallas
us.
Is all you have to worry about is this guy right here, Lane Johnson. Okay? When Lane Johnson plays, what did Micah Parsons do against us? Nothing. Any of them do against us?
Nothing. I think Nick Bosa wouldn't do nothing either.
As long as he's playing, we good.
Nah, it's not as long as he's playing, bro. He's nursing an injury, bro. It's a stabilizer muscle in his leg, bro. I know he's not 100%. He's going to be hobbled, you know. So and you know Nick Bosa is going to be over there. So I'm not sure.
Put him over there. Put him on, man. I hope he stiffs arms him like he did Von Miller, where he just pushed him out the way. That was awesome. Remember in 17 where he pushed Von Miller away? That was awesome. I hope he does it to Nick Bosa. Stiff arm.
That was a healthy Lane Johnson.
The last 2 years, he still have not given up a sack.
Yeah.
Healthy or hurt. Lane's been hurt the last 2 years.
Lane Johnson dealt with a foot injury, didn't he? Where he had his ankle injury?
All that stuff.
Yeah, and he contemplated retirement.
But once he plays, he plays. And as long as he's playing, I feel like confident enough to Lane Johnson to know that if he's playing, he's going to produce at a high level. Like,
For
I don't
sure.
think they're
For
going to put him
sure.
out there if he's going to go, give 50%. You know what I'm saying? And he give up all these sacks. I don't think he wants to break that streak. I don't think the coaches want him to be out there if he's not able to play. We don't really need him. Like, I feel like we could have went to this
No,
game
we need him.
Driscoll.
We need him.
Bro, his
We
injury
would've won
requires
the game.
surgery.
Huh?
You know that, right?
What?
Yeah, he's going to have surgery at the end
Yeah,
of the
so
year.
he's clearly not going to be 100%. But I
Well,
mean,
we know that, but
I'll take a Lane Johnson at 70, 60, then Jack Driscoll or whatever.
you don't like Jack Driscoll?
I mean, if I'm choosing between him and Lane, come on, bro. I'm picking Lane. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
but I've been saying, like, if Lane Johnson goes down, I would draft a right tackle next year. Like, I'm not saying the first round, but in the early second or third, because I just don't think Jack Driscoll's all that. I think that he would be a
And
good
that's a great
first pick.
segue. So what are we doing with that 10th pick?
I think we're going to use it, but I think that we're you know how Will Smith, he loves to trade down. Let's say we don't get a guy, because I'm telling you, this draft next year, I've seen it. The safeties coming out. There's going to be a lot of good safeties.
Let's
What's
go
the
around the board because EGG just wants to cover every topic. Let's go around the board.
Hey, yo, BG, real quick, BG.
And
What we
let's
doing with
say,
that
who do we
10th
wanna pick?
overall pick? Real quick. What we doing with it?
Who do you want?
I think we're going corner.
Corner. What you think, BG?
Corner safety.
To be honest, like, it's not a popular pick, but it wasn't a popular pick last year when I did my mock draft and I had Walker the third in the second round. I'm
We're not
saying
gonna run
if
it
that 10th pick, we go get Baji. What's his name? Baji Robinson or
BJ Robinson.
BG Robinson.
BJ
Whatever.
I'm not a fan of
Robinson
him.
from
I'm not a
Texas.
fan of him.
That's
Give me
right.
my guy Gibbs from Baylor.
We
I
go
really
lock
like
him
Gibbs.
down and lock him in.
I saw a recent mock draft that had Bijan Robinson to the 22nd pick to the Chargers.
I'm not drafting no running back in the first round, man.
Yes.
Because
Listen. Let me explain.
you can get one in the second round.
Let me explain why
That's
you
a
go
hot
get.
take right there, BG.
Let me
They even had Jameer Gibbs going to the Cowboys.
listen. The reason why
That'd
you
be
go
scary, man.
is because Miles Sanders, right? People are like, do you want to pay him? Do you want to not pay him? This is a league of production. This is a league of talent. Okay, the more talent you add to this roster, you look at the young cats we already have on the offensive side. Committee's not going nowhere. AJ's locked up for 4 years. Goddard's locked up. Hurt's going to be locked up. We already know that. And I think we need to go ahead and re-sign Miles Sanders as well. But you go get a guy like what's his name again? BG Robinson, and you lock up that running back position. When Miles Sanders comes out, you don't skip a beat. You have a number one type running back backing him up. Just like
BG, that's a hot take, dog.
I'm not drafting no running back in the first round, man. If we go sign Miles Sanders, why would I draft another running back? That's a wasteful pick.
It's
Like,
about
put me in corner and safety. And so I'm not drafting no running back. I'm sorry.
more talent. You got 2 first-round picks. You draft him, and then you use that second pick to do what Howie loved to do. You go pick up another defense or offensive lineman.
And also, like, here's the thing.
But
Here's the
if we
thing.
resign Miles
for, like,
Sanders, why am I drafting another running back? There's no
Because
need
we don't
to
have
do
a
that,
number
right?
2, really. That's good.
Who's Gainwell? Gainwell's a number 2, isn't he?
I like Kenny. I like Kenny.
Kenny's a good number 2,
Kenny.
though. We got we gonna resign Boston Scott. We might resign Boston Scott. I don't think Howard's going to draft a running back, though.
Why is Dallas so deadly? Because you got Pollard and Zeke, 2 running backs, 2 star running backs. You need to keep adding to the talent of this football roster and keep.
Yeah, but they drafted Pollard in what round? What did they draft Pollard at?
You don't need no tight end.
Hey,
Where did Pollard get drafted at? They weren't a first round pick. He was drafted what, in the 4th round? Pollard. He was drafted what round?
The talent level, like you look at some of these first round running backs that are coming out. They're all been balling out.
Let's look at them.
Hey, BG, I got one more
they're
question
not
for
working
you
out.
guys. I got one more question. All right, BG, I want your take on the Jalen Hurts shoulder. Just real quick, I just want your overall take on the whole shoulder thing with him. I want all you guys take on it. What's going on with it?
I would say that Jalen was hurting, but It's 3 games left in the season. I'm pretty positive that Jalen's not hurt that bad to the point where he can't produce at a high level for the next 3 games.
Word. Okay.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
I don't think he's that hurt. I think people are overreacting. I
They,
think people are just. I think the coaches put it out there because they don't want the Giants to know what we're going to do. Like the Giants think that Jalen Hurts not 100%, and I think they're going to fool them because I think Jalen Hurts going to run. He's going to do what he usually does, and I think it's going to shock them. You don't want to give a opponent that you play the game plan of what you want to do. You want him to keep guessing, right? Is it Jalen Hurts healthy? Oh, he's full practice, but we'll see where it goes. I think he's just giving them clues. Like, you don't want an opponent to know what you're going to do, so you want them to keep guessing. I think that's smart because, let the media keep guessing. I guess I'll find out Saturday if Jalen Hurts 100% or not. We're going to find out, right? Because I think he is. I think he's 100%. He was full practice. So if he was full practice, he should be fine. You know what I'm saying? He was full practice. He had no issues. There was no reports that he had pain in the shoulder. And I think that Jalen Hurts is a tough kid that pain doesn't really affect him. All he cares about is winning, getting in the Super Bowl, and bringing it back to Florida. That's
if you
his
look
goal.
at the realistic facts of the matter, like you really don't have game tape on the Eagles for like 3 games.
Yeah.
know?
Word.
Like that is a huge advantage going into this playoffs. Even against the Giants. It's like the Giants can't look at their last game against us because they were playing the third streams and we were playing, powder puff football.
They should look
And
at
then
the
you look
first
at the
game because you're
games
going to
before
see
that,
that
you
more.
got the Gardner Minshew freaking disaster that was.
Oh, he stinks, dude. He's horrible.
So
I
it's
told
like as a coach, you're sitting there, you got 4 or 5 weeks of game plan and the perfect game plan. And that's why I agree with you, EC1 in terms of saying that we should blow these guys the hell out of the stadium. Straight
shouldn't
up.
be close.
Yep, for sure.
Like my boy LB said on his live stream today, he wants a body, and I agree with him. I want a body these guys, send them home, man. They should not. I'm not like if Daniel Jones beats you. There needs to be some coaches on the hot seat. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that's disgraceful. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones does not need to come in the link with less talent and beat a number 1 seed offense and defense.
If we were to even be close in this game, it's because Saquon Barkley's lighting us up.
Absolutely. I mean, Saquon's a really good running back, but even that.
Or Gannon is being outcoached.
don't make me get on in his case, man. I've been very, very nice to him, man. I got clown emojis just for him, man. I got a clown nose just for him. I'll put it up there. Please.
I like that. What do you guys think? For real. Do you guys think do you guys think this was the best regular season Eagle team you ever watched being a fan?
I believe so. Regular season, yeah, absolutely.
I think we got better talent than 17. You know what I'm saying? But better team, no, because I think 17 we won a Super Bowl, right? So this
regular season.
A regular season?
Yeah.
This is the best. This is the best team.
For sure.
Again, 17 was good too. That defense was good too. Not in the secondary, but it was good too. You know what I'm saying? As long as our corners didn't get torched in double moves.
It's the records. It's the records that they've been breaking. And the 2 receivers we have, man, it's just like, dog, that's a blessing, man. It's unbelievable. We got 2 number 1s. But we didn't have any receivers, dog.
Hassan Riddick was the best free agent pickup I've ever seen from you. I mean, this guy's a star, man. The fact that the Arizona Cardinals, the Panthers let this dude go, hey, I appreciate it. I want to thank you because this guy's a wrecking ball machine.
Do you guys think he got snubbed in that All-Pro? He was second team All-Pro. Do you guys think he got snubbed and he should have been?
Of course.
Who, Hassan Riddick? Absolutely. The man was a wrecking ball machine. Everything Hassan Riddick did, the reason why we have all these sacks is because Hassan Riddick is part of it. Hassan Riddick makes this team so much better because you got to worry about him, BG, Hargrave, but Hassan, the way he's able to.
That's a valid point. That's fact.
Did you see what he did to Justin Fields? He was spinning around doing all that stuff. I'm like, this guy looked like a madman against that. I mean, Justin Fields looked so shaken. I mean, even with that,
how many sacks he got? Like 15, 16?
I think somewhere around there. Yeah, the guy's a stud, man. I think the Eagles would have drafted him if he was on the board. I keep on saying we would never drafted Derek Barnett.
They're gonna have to restructure his contract. 'Cause, I mean, he was
'Cause
a
who?
beast. They're
Who?
gonna have to.
Who
They're
Hassan?
gonna have to. Yeah, they're gonna have to.
I think we should pay him more.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to restructure him.
You restructure him, and I think you got to restructure Darius Slay and Bradbury. I mean, you got to pay Bradbury, but I think you got to restructure Slay too. I want to keep him as an Eagle until he
Slay got
retires.
snubbed for now, All Pro.
Yeah, it's disrespectful, man. You know what I'm
Slay-
saying? Like,
I think Slade making too much, bro. They're gonna restructure him to give him more up front, and try to alleviate, give more cap space. That's what Howie Roseman usually do. But I don't know Bradbury. I don't know about Bradbury. I think he's leaving, man.
I think it's
going to
be
demand too
he's
much
going to be
money.
another Patrick Robinson case, man. You remember when Patrick Robinson left because he wanted more money? I feel like that's going to be the situation,
Hey,
man.
he's going to hit free agency and get like $20 million, bro.
I have a feeling
Bradbury was Bradbury an All Pro?
Yeah. He is.
Oh yeah, he's gone, dog. We can't afford him. We can't afford him. He's leaving.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
I think we're going to draft another corner. I think we're drafting corner, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I really like the guy from
rank. I want all you guys to rank these teams out of the final 8.
Oh, you already know the number 1 is going to be Philadelphia. Come on. Philadelphia. I mean, we got the best offense, the best receivers. I think we got to be ranked number 1. I mean, you could put Buffalo at number 2, but again, like I don't believe in a quarterback, man. So I got to put Kansas City at number 2. I got to put Buffalo number 3. Bengals number 4. San Fran number 5. Jacksonville number 6. Cowboys number 7, and the Giants number 8.
BLSG.
Yeah, I'm kind of going off the line like EC1 said, Eagles definitely top 2 team on the final 8 for sure. Definitely making the top 3, honestly, in my opinion. San Fran, they're gonna be dangerous, obviously. I know people might be down in Brock Purdy, but listen, this could be an underdog story. We've seen the greatness that quarterbacks like Tom Brady have brought to the table. And when was he selected? He was selected in the 6th round with the 200th pick in the draft by the Patriots. I do believe that's what it was, if not that, the 199th. But you get it. You get what I'm saying. Quarterbacks like this these days have brought an underdog story. Tom Brady was one of them. Brock Purdy's shown a little something. I mean, could Brock Purdy take over for a franchise the way he's playing right now? Absolutely. He could definitely take over the way he's playing. I don't care if he's only played like 5-6 games. I don't care how many games he's played. He has an opportunity to eventually at some point take over this franchise. Is San Francisco going to eventually have an opportunity of giving Trey Lance another shot, assuming Jimmy G's going after this year? Of course, if Trey Lance is 100% healthy, they're going to give him another shot. He never had a fair chance in San Francisco once he appeared on IR. He never had a fair shot, so they're definitely giving him a shot next year. And if they're not liking what they're seeing, or if he gets injured again, it could be Brock Purdy's time. You never know.
Yeah, I see the Eagles. I would go Chiefs. I don't know. You still gotta get the Bills love.
But I just don't believe in Josh Allen, man. He's throwing a lot of picks. He's a turnover machine. I know there's a lot of Josh Allen fans in the chat talk about, he's better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts don't throw turnovers in playoffs. I don't think he would throw even one in against the Giants. He threw 3 against the Dolphins.
Is there value to his team and the least turnovers? Jalen Hurts had a perfect season. There was not one game this whole year that he played. I think he was 14 wins, 14-1 starting this year. So there's not one game, all the games that he played that, he had a bad game.
Could we also talk about how many people would make so much excuse for Patrick Mahomes, the fact they say he has no weapons, when we know Juju Smith-Schuster is a good number 2? I mean, I think Juju Smith-Schuster could start for the Giants right now and be a starter. I think that he could definitely start for a team like the Commanders, and be a good number 2. I mean, they got receivers over there, but he's not a bad receiver. Like, a lot of people need to stop saying Patrick Mahomes know nothing around him. Patrick Mahomes always had, even in the league when he first came in the league, he always had receivers around him. Hell, he won a Super Bowl. Look how much talent he had.
He had a Damon Williams, a running back. He had a Tyreek Hill, a Harmon. Who else? A Sammy Watkins, who was in his prime, coming off the Bills free. I mean, come on, like we need to stop making excuses for Patrick Mahomes, man. The man has talent. It might not be Odell Beckham Jr.'s. It might not be elite receivers, but he had talent. You know what I'm saying? You're not winning football games if you don't have receivers that can stretch the field. No quarterback is winning without receivers. I'm sorry to say that. You know what I'm saying? No receivers no quarterback is going to be elite without receivers. We're not
But our
saying
point
Patrick
is
Mahomes
different.
has, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he has some good receivers over there. Banner,
Yeah, man. Juju's not bad.
Scanley's not bad either. He was Aaron Rodgers go number
Over
2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw
Then
Jason,
they
you
still
were
got the best
talking
tight
with you,
end.
and I just had to put that.
Kel's still the best tight end in football. He still does his thing.
He absolutely is. He's one of the best. I think he's a future Hall of Famer for sure. You know what I'm
The
saying?
future
I mean,
West for sure out there, and what
and,
Patty Mahomes have out there. But
and
everybody wants
listen,
to cry about the 5,000 yards passing.
Mhm.
You know, it is what it is. Andy Reid's a pass happy coach. Like I tell people, if Jalen Hurts threw that many balls, maybe his yards would be up there too. But you know, he's a dual threat quarterback. We use him on both sides, running and passing. So it's one of
like,
the things where it's like it's never going to be a fair
mhm.
comparison if you're looking at stats and numbers. But at the end of the day, you just got to look at who's the better leader, who's more valuable to their team as a whole, and that's definitely Jalen Hurts. Like I still feel like Jalen should get the MVP.
I think Jalen Hurts is done with less. Didn't he take the Eagles to the playoffs with Jalen Rager? I'm sorry,
Last
Patrick
year,
Mahomes would not win it. Patrick Mahomes would not make Jalen Rager look elite. Jalen Hurts made Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Rager looked good than what he was, and that's crazy to say. He put up with so many trash receivers. Look how many receivers he had last year that weren't good. The only one he had was Devontae Smith and God. And we're not going to call God a receiver. He's a tight end. Okay, we need to stop saying that, right? But like he had a tight end and he had a number one receiver in Devontae Smith who's a rookie, and he still took that team to the playoffs. So the fact that people saying, "Oh, he can't win with Patrick Mahomes receivers," is crazy because he took a team that had less talent than Mahomes had to a playoffs and maybe not won it, but he still did everything he could to take the team to the playoffs. I just think that's crazy that people say that. They talk about Patrick Mahomes, nothing around him. That's not true. He might not have elite receivers, might not have Tyreek Hill, but listen, when you get paid the big bucks, when you get the big bag, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot. And when you don't have a GM like Howard Roseman who can again, I gotta credit him, even though I was bashing him before. When you got a GM who can create cap space and get receivers in, we talk about. I mean, I thought the game of the age of the game is to build around your quarterback and get him weapons. So what? And now it's a bad thing to give our quarterback weapons now. Like I don't get people, man. Josh Allen, you take away his weapons, he's not the same. He throws more turnovers than touchdowns for sure because he's a turnover machine. He reminds me so much of Carson Wentz trying to be Mr. Hero Ball that he throws in the double coverage. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think Josh Allen's gonna last in the playoffs. I think someone's gonna beat him. Maybe Kansas City, maybe even Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Someone is going to beat Josh Allen at his game, and it's going to be because he's going to turn over the football at the wrong time. I don't think Josh Allen makes the Super Bowl this year. I know people talk about the Bills going to the Super Bowl, not unless he stop turning over the football. This is the third time this is a playoff game where he's thrown 3 picks. You know what I'm saying? That's not elite to me. I'm sorry, it's not. That's not elite to me. Elite quarterbacks don't throw picks in a game where you need them to come in the most. You need them to show up at the most. Throwing 3 picks against a Miami Dolphins team, and that's why they even were in a close game in the first place because of Josh Allen's mistakes.
That's cap, Brady.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cap.
No, Cowboys won their game, and now they're suddenly great. Go beat the 49ers.
So
Go beat the 49ers.
out of this game, before we get out of here, we're over 2 hours. BG got work in the morning. Let's go ahead and pick the remainders of this game. So all of us got the Eagles winning, obviously. What do you think is going to happen in that Jags KC game? The Dougie P came back and had a game to win. You know, he went out there and won that game, man. How do you feel about that Kansas City game? Who you guys got?
I listen. I like Dougie P, but we saw with the Browns, everybody was picking the Browns. I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, man. But listen, I would not be surprised if Dougie P knocks out Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Sometimes the teacher gets sometimes taught a lesson, and sometimes the teacher, unfortunately can't teach anymore. Now it's the new teacher stepping in for the old teacher. And I think Doug Peterson is a really good head coach. I think that Trevor Lawrence, if you don't turn over the football, they got it. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars defense is pretty good. They got some young pieces. My boy Devin Lloyd is over there. They got my boy Walker over there. I think isn't Walker over there? I think they have him over there.
Trayvon Walker, yeah.
Trayvon Walker, he's a star. I mean, the dude's from Georgia. You already know there's some dogs over there. And I think they Josh Allen over there, the pass rusher, they got some young studs. You know what I'm saying? And they're not. This is going to be a close game, but I could definitely see the Chiefs winning this game because again, they got the better quarterback, and I think Patrick Mahomes more experience. I'm going to go with Chiefs, man. I think the Chiefs are going to pull it out. It's going to be a close game though, for sure. It's going to be fun to watch, for sure.
What's your score?
I think it's going to be 31-38 Chiefs.
Nice. BLSG.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, I have to go with the Chiefs on this one. Because even though Doug Peterson has that playoff experience, he knows how the playoffs work, he knows what it's like to be in the postseason. Patty Mahomes has all the experience, and so does Andy Reid. They have all the experience in the world. Pretty much the team that they have with players like Travis Kelce, for instance, on that offense. These players have experience, and they've played together before. And the Jags, they're a young team at the end of the day. They have a shot to knock out Kansas City in the battle of the two former Eagles head coaches. But at the end of the day, based on the inexperience from this current Jags team up to this point, minus Doug Peterson, I just don't see a way that the Jags can find a way to beat this Chiefs team. So in the end, I think it's going to be close, like Eagles champ said before, but I got to go with my gut and go with experience, and I have to go with the Chiefs. And I'm going to go with 30. I'm going to go 35 to
28.
I got to go. Hold up. I got to go 35-24 Chiefs.
Nice. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think the Chiefs will win this football game. And but I would be happy if Dougie P doesn't shoot because he's the only Eagles coach to win a Super Bowl with us. Mm-hmm. So I'm rooting for him. I'll step for against the Eagles. So I'm gonna say it like this. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna give you an upset. I'm gonna give you an upset special. The Jags beat the Chiefs.
Woo!
28-21.
That happens, man.
Have a touchdown to Christian Kirk at the end of the game to ice it after being tied. So that's gonna be my upset special of the week. Let's go. Let's go to the game that didn't get played last time. The Bengals Buffalo Bills. They didn't get a chance to play it. Who do you guys got?
I got the Bengals, man. Like I said, I think Josh Allen's struggling, man. Like I don't know. He got trouble with footballs, but I think the Bengals are going to make him throw, and I think he's going to throw a lot of picks. Like I said, I think he's going to cost his Bills the team a win. I think the Bengals are playing really good right now, man. I mean, they're playing good. They got a good defense over there. I got the Bengals winning 34-31 in the shooting match. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Bengals pull a upset on the Bills. I think the Bills are going to lose this game because I think Josh Allen is going to make a mistake. He's going to try to throw it in double coverage. It's not there, and it's going to be in like 1 minute and 30 seconds in the fourth quarter, and he's going to throw a pick. And it's going to give the Bengals a chance to pretty much take a knee and say when they need to drive. So they're driving down the field. He's throwing it. He throws a pick. Game over. Because he's just too reckless with the football, man. You need a quarterback that he relies too much of his arm and not his throwing where the ball needs to go. Like he tries to throw it on the rope sometimes, and it just you got to work on just taking what the defense gives him. Check it down. You don't need to throw the big play, but he's a big play guy, and he's going to make mistakes. And unfortunately, it's going to cost him in the big game when they need him the most. We've seen how many times he's thrown in the interceptions when they need him to win. I mean, for example, the Miami Dolphins game, the only reason why they were close in the first place is because, listen, they were throwing picks right to the Dolphins, and they were giving them good field position to score. If you don't do that, the game's pretty much out of reach for the Bills, and I think the Bills would have – the Dolphins, and I think they would have destroyed the Dolphins by scoring 31. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But Josh Allen just turns over the ball too much, and I think the Bengals are going to capitalize on that opportunity. I think Joe Burrow is playing good football. Jamar Chase, Higgins, and Boyd are just some dogs. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about lead receivers over there? That's a lead receivers group over there, and they got good number threes over there. Number 1, number 2, and number 3 are both dogs, and they're gonna. I think they're gonna get that Bills defense a little secondary trouble. And I think they're overall. I think the Bengals are gonna pull it off. I think Josh Allen's gonna cost him a game.
What score?
I said it. I think it's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be 38-28 Bengals.
Bengals. BLSG.
You know, both teams are they're very complete teams. They both have good squads all around. You know, Josh Allen's been up and down a little bit, but he can wake up in the playoffs. Mark my words. That man will wake up in the playoffs. He's gotten to the AFC Championship game before, so he knows what it's like to take this team to where they want to be. And not to mention, this team is probably even more motivated because they're trying to win the whole thing this year for one player and for one reason only. They're trying to win the big game for one player only, and that player is Damar Hamlin. If anyone wants to try to win the big game the most, but especially get this win, it's the Buffalo Bills. They want to win it for their brother, Damar Hamlin. I think it's going to be a close one. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a very entertaining game. It could go back and forth, to be completely honest. It's going to be very high scoring and maybe the highest scoring game of the weekend. But I'm going to say, I think the Buffalo Bills, I think they pull this out, to be completely honest. And I have them pulling this out over the Bengals 42-38. I think this is going to be very high scoring. I think these two quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, they're going to duel, but Josh Allen's going to pull this one out in the very end, in my opinion. 42-38.
Nice. And then I think I'm gonna go with probably Cincinnati. I'm gonna think the Bengals been on fire, you know, and that way that the Bills struggled this last week, you know, and they didn't even have Tua on Miami. I think if Tua was playing for Miami, I don't even think they might even be here right now. But I think it's gonna be a close game, exciting game. You know, it's hot, fully packed with big plays from Chase and Diggs and all those guys. But I think the Bengals gonna pull it out like 28-17 Bengals. And to our last game, Niners versus Cowgirls. Who you guys got? Give me a score.
You know, I've been going back and forth with this because, like I said, I mean, can the 49ers win against the Cowboys? Yes. But Brock Purdy's not seeing defense like the Cowboys or the Eagles. I'm telling you right now, Brock Purdy has not played a defense that can get pressure on you. And, you know, the 49ers defense is good, but I think the Cowboys offense can definitely give them a run for the money. But again, I think the 49ers, I think they win this game by it's crazy because I want the Cowboys to play in Philadelphia. I do. I think it would be a great matchup. But I honestly just don't. The 49ers are playing really good, and I think we're going to play the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. But I don't know. It's back and forth because in my mind, I think the Cowboys are going to win it. But in my gut feeling, I think the 49ers are going to crush them. So I don't know which Dak Prescott we're going to get. You know, I don't. He plays good one time, and he plays like absolute crap the next time. You know, I don't know which Dak we're going to get. Which Dak are we going to see? We're going to see the guy that throws picks to a team they shouldn't be throwing to. Or are we going to see a guy that, you know, looked good against Tampa Bay? That was nailing the throws where he needed to go, or throwing with accuracy. You know, I can see the Cowboys winning this game, and I can see them beating the 49ers. But also I can see the 49ers destroying them. But I got to go with the 49ers, man. I think the 49ers are a better franchise. I think they're a better team. And I think that they're going to shut down Michael Parsons. I got the 49ers win 38-21. Sorry.
Nice. Nice. And UBLSG?
Yeah, this is going to be another one of those games that can honestly be really close. You know, Dak Prescott coming off of probably his best performance of the entire year, regular season or postseason. Probably coming off his best performance of the entire year against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 8-9 Bucks. But can they continue to rebound that against the Brock Purdy-led San Francisco 49ers team coached under Kyle Shanahan? This is a team that is honestly no joke in the NFC. There's a reason this team is the number 2 seed based on how far they have come, whether if it's with Trey Lance, Jimmy G, or Brock Purdy up to this point. They have come this far, and can they find a way to squeak it out against Dallas? I think there's honestly a chance that it can happen, but at the same time, in my eyes, I think it comes down to coaching this game. And honestly, I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to be able to do the same thing this game on how we help Dak as Kyle Shanahan is going to help out Brock Purdy. So, although I think it will be close, I have the 49ers pulling this one out. Probably, I'm going to go like 30. I'm going to go 33-27, 49ers win.
Nice. This game, I'm going to have to go with the Niners as well. I still feel like they have a good enough offensive line to stop Parsons and those guys, but it's about the defense. Hufanga from USC is all pro this year. Had a spectacular season. You still got Bosa. You still got Warner. You still got Greenlaw. And those boys will actually get to Dak, and they're going to rattle them up. So I think that the Niners win. We're going to go with 35-28.
Now, I will add their secondary in the 49ers. If they don't get to Dak, it could be a long day for them because their secondary is weak. I see so many big plays on them, and that's why my worry is because, if they protect Dak Prescott and he has all day to throw, I can see CeeDee Lamb eating up those yards and racking up those touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I can see Gallup going off, T.Y. Hilton going off, Schultz going off. I can see them running the football on them, and I can see the 49ers choking too, because we don't understand who's also a choker as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan, right? He's doing the choke. You know what I'm saying? So you got 2 choke artists as a head coach going at it. It's who's going to choke the most? Who's gonna choke when they're not supposed to choke? Is it Mike McCarthy, or is it Kyle Shanahan? That's what makes it so frustrating is that we know these 2 coaches that we're seeing. A lot of them do stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be who can actually be the smartest one out of the other head coach. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be who can outsmart the other head coach from not choking the first time. I don't know what to say, but I can definitely see the Cowboys running through the 49ers like crazy. I think if the 49ers don't stop Zeke Elliott or Pollard, I think they can get the running game going on, and I think they can establish the pass. The 49ers cornerbacks are weak. I've seen DK Metcalf have a touchdown against them. I've seen Lockett have some yards against them. They got absolutely obliterated, I think, by the Raiders, I believe, and the Falcons. They've been scored on. So I can see the Dallas Cowboys absolutely racking up them yards. The Cowboys want to beat them from last year, revenge game where they got absolutely embarrassed at their home. It would not do anything. They would not like anything better than to go to San Fran and beat them in their home and take away their possibly Super Bowl chances or even possibly playing against a Philadelphia Eagles team. Dallas would not like anything better than play against their arch rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia for potential Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones wants a Super Bowl. Cowboy fans been begging for it. This is their chance to show that the road team, can they beat a team like San Fran? Because we hear about San Fran, but honestly, I don't trust Purdy. I don't trust him. I think this guy's going to be disrupted by that front four. That front four, let me give some Cowboys some credit. Their defense is good. If you don't stop Micah Parsons, he can be a havoc for teams. And Brock Purdy, one thing about him is he can't really run. He can run somewhat, but I don't think he's going to be able to get away from Parsons. I can see the Cowboys taking over the game, and if they get pressure on Purdy, make him throw interceptions, or get pressure on him and make him fumble, I think the game will be over. You got to stop Micah Parsons, and you got a game plan for him. And I think that Micah Parsons already said on Twitter that we'll see Sunday, because he's tired of hearing that too. So Micah Parsons is going to be on his A game. He has something to play for too. But I honestly have a gut feeling it's going to be Cowboys and Eagles NFC Championship game. I really do. I can see the 49ers choking in the big moments when they need to. And I can see the Dallas Cowboys going to San Fran and knocking them out or blowing them out.
I like it. I like it all, man. Thank you guys for coming on. Again, nice call-in show. I'm just going to let you guys know that the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. I know it's only a divisional round, but the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl because of these people right here. Because this #1 Pro Bowl offensive line, because this dominating secondary, and because the coach and the #1 quarterback, Jalen freaking Hurts, are out there playing. And as long as those guys are all playing, the Eagles can't be stopped, and we won't be stopped. So you guys strap on your seatbelts, because it's going to be a nice ride all the way to Arizona, where you will see your Philadelphia Eagles in next year.
Jalen freaking Hurts! Let's go!
You know what time it is, but hey, thank you guys for coming.
That dude's a baller, man. Before we got to go, let me just say this: Jalen Hurts is a winner, bro. The kid's a winner. All he cares about winning. I'm just so glad he's my quarterback, because listen, if you're an Eagle fan, you're not with him. I don't know what you want me to say. The kid is
he's on a different level, man. He's on a different level.
He's that superstar quarterback that we've been asking for. We've been asking for, the Watson, the Wilsons, but we got a superstar quarterback. He can do so much for an offense. And everybody talk about, well, we need a Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson and stuff like. I think Jalen Hurts is up with those quarterbacks, and I think it's disrespectful that we don't put him up with Mahomes and Allen. We're still between Allen and Jalen Hurts. One has a bigger arm than the other, but one is not throwing interceptions. I think Jalen Hurts is a elite talent quarterback, and I think he's only going to get better from year 2 to year 3. I think you're going to see more from him. The kid never stops wanting to get better. The kid has learned. Listen, He took the head coach and offense coordinator to and told him to watch film. Who does that? Only winners do that. And we talk about quarterbacks who want to win championships. Those are the quarterbacks who do that.
And look at the progression. First year for Pro Bowl alternate. What was he? Fantasy Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Second year comes in, you're All Pro. Second team All Pro, Pro Bowl starter. It's like Jalen Hurts hasn't even peaked out yet. He's doing it at a different level. People just are too scared to add his rushing, because they think rushing is not a quarterback thing. And it wouldn't be if Jalen only had 200-300 yards a year. You know what I'm saying? I understand you don't really want to add that. But the fact that he's a dual threat quarterback that is great at both. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not too many quarterbacks out there that's great at both. They can put up big plays at both. And both, they hit top 10 running back and top 10 quarterback in the same position. And, the leadership and the guidance, the swag, the confidence that he brings to his team.
But Josh Allen runs too, man. So I don't understand that logic either. Josh Allen runs, Mahomes runs, but Lamar's the biggest runner. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones runs. Yet they won't say anything about those four. But I'm just tired of hearing that.
They don't have such a clean number. They have more turnovers. You know what I'm saying? They don't have higher percentage. Jalen Hurts finished the season with a 101 quarterback rating. Okay? That's balling. So you guys will see, like, the story of Hurts is continuing. The legacy is being made every single day.
I think I'll have a statue outside of Philadelphia.
Once he wins, everybody's going to realize that he's the #1 cat in their league right now. And people
he's going to have a statue. I can see Nick Sonney and Jalen Hurts having a statue, man.
Yeah.
His focus and his mindset, it's on a completely different level this year than what it was last year.
The guy has a mindset of a veteran, man, who's been here for a long time. He's only
exactly.
He is a veteran. Like he reminds me so much of he's just so much more mature than a lot of these quarterbacks. A lot of the other quarterbacks, like Kyler Murray, who plays Call of Duty, he don't care about that. He wants to work his butt off. He cares about grinding. He puts in the work in. Everybody laughed at him when he said, he's just going to allow his play to talk. And people were down on him, and look how much better he got. That's why I say, when you give him weapons, you saw how good he was. The man had no weapons last year. And now you've seen with weapons how good he can be. He was good last year. He just didn't have weapons. He had Jalen Rager, who Did you see the Minnesota Vikings announcers ripping him apart for muffing a punt? I'm so glad that dude is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because he would have cost us at least one game. You know, when you have your eyes closed and not catching a football, you know, that's why you're in Minnesota and with the losers. You know what I'm saying? We got some winners, got some dogs. Devontae and A.J. Brown, the best trio receivers. Quez Watkins, I'm not a fan of him. I think we can play some, but I think he's going to play in the playoffs when it matters the most. I think he's going to turn it up when it matters the most. And I think we're going to go all the way this year. I'm not scared of nobody. No one's coming to Philadelphia and beating us. You know. So if we're going to lose a playoff game, it's going to be divisional round because an NFC Championship game, we're not losing that. You know what I'm saying? We are not losers. We don't choke like that dude over there in the comment section. His Cowboys. You know, so we don't choke. We win. You know what I'm saying? We win our games. We go and I just want another parade. I want another parade. I want another ring on my finger. And you know what? I think we can get the job done. But it's going to take off all of us to get the job done, including coaches. And, you know, hey, if you're not excited, I don't know why you want to be excited. We are the best team in football, the best offensive line, the best running back. Who would have thought we would be in this situation? I mean, this team's special, and you can't say anything about it.
Yes, sir. And now on that note, we are out 240. Hit that like, hit that subscribe to EC1, subscribe to all your favorite Eagle content creators that were on tonight. And
I'm sorry for the long tangents, man. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'm excited for football, man.
We're going to work on that, but it's all good, my guy. Thanks for stopping by. Fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this BG.
Peace.
Good night. We out. Peace.